Hey guys, welcome to session 33 of Roll for Adventure. If you're new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out some of our speedrun videos on the channel. It involves some of our own personal artwork that we think you'll enjoy, and hope you enjoy this episode as we are currently in the Feywilds.
Let's do it. Having survived your first few days and encounters within the Feywild, finding a small secluded area to camp out for the night, still with the slight threat of the redcaps in the area, looking onwards towards Dewdrop Sanctuary. Following day brought you into that place, protected by some higher water elemental who protected a small sanctuary here in the forest. Told you to leave any ill will outside. While there, you had a discussion about where to head to follow this gorgeous river that you had seen that clearly winds through several of the environments here in the Fae, and met with some curious pixies and sprites, smaller denizens here of the Fae realm, most of which hitched a ride with you back to where they call home. This floral haven amongst the flower forests here. There you were given protection for a good evening's rest, safe and secluded from the rest of the eyes of the Fae realm. On your travel, had your first visit from a member of one of these high courts of Faerie, a herald of the Court of Dusk, asking your thoughts and your beliefs during your time in this realm. Eventually, pixies and sprites let you on your way, leaving you with a small parting gift and a few of the sprites promising to follow, to at least get some of the way with you on your journey. And in doing so, gaining their favor and their trust, they jettisoned you from their sanctuary a day and a half or so journey further than you would have otherwise been, throwing you out onto the Ember Path, sorry. This almost red clay-like path weaving through autumn yellowed grass that just rolls as far as the eye can see. These large crystal-like chunks of amber that adorn the roadside and seem to give this faint smoke at all times. In the distance, the better part of a day's journey, you can see the start of a forest. Brilliant-looking autumn trees, reds and oranges and yellows about a day away. But between you and there, you've only caught glimpses of these large beetle-like creatures. While they're visible, their shell is this almost perfect midnight black that seems to perfectly reflect everything around it. Their wings, this iridescent sheen that just picks up any color within the vicinity. Every so often you have seen them vanish from sight. You're unsure through what means, and then reappear, dozens, hundreds of feet away. With your with your sprites in tow. What's the move forward?
I want to talk to the sprites. Do you have any capability of casting spells?
Does he have any capability of casting spells?
Just want to get a good idea of what you're capable of if we're going to be journeying together for a bit.
No, I can turn myself invisible, and I can read people's emotions, but other than that, no spellcasting capability.
Do you know how these beetles are disappearing? Is it camouflage, invisibility?
Bit of both.
Bit of both.
I assume it could be something like it's reflecting whatever the surface sees on its shell.
How best can we avoid them? Because we need to go
Carefully.
through here, right?
I do have a question. Do you know what happens when people cast spells here? We've had a few hiccups of Lily when she's casted a spell and
Fireworks came out of my hands.
Fireworks. A field of flowers grew.
Realm gets excited sometimes with high-level arcana. Mere side effects. Not usually bad.
Alright, then.
Not
If
usually
it's a case of us having to be quiet as we move through this area, can you help me in that department? I'm not very good at traversing quietly. Is there maybe a tip you can give me to, I don't know, make less noise here? You said you could turn invisible. Can you?
Yeah, myself.
Just yourself?
Bamps out in front of you.
I don't think it's spellcasting, I think it's just an innate ability.
I don't know. Just because I make a lot of noise, but I guess that can't be helped.
Well, don't.
I'll try my best.
I want to watch the beetles and see if they like eat any plants in that area.
Give me a perception check here from a distance.
Or 18.
18. Looking out, these things are like kind of halfway between you and the forest. For a long time you don't see any, and then in the middle of one of these fields, see this thing apparate in the middle. It seems to dive down on something. You hear this cry from a small animal. So far in your brief sightings of these things, you haven't really seen them eat plants.
They seem to like meat.
Is there a pattern to how, like, they're moving? Like, are they staying away from certain areas of the path, or...?
I also wanted to see if they stay away from water.
Are you doing this while you're on the road, or are you just staying where you came out for now?
Staying.
Just staying.
Okay,
Yeah.
just perception checks then for anyone that is attempting that.
24.
Okay,
17.
17. 24. From what you can see, that river, the luminous flow, is maybe about like a 4 or 5 hour travel from where you are, just kind of off in the distance on your periphery. They don't seem to be in that area, but it might just be that this is a hunting ground here. You don't get any sense that they have an aversion to water.
Okay.
They don't seem to be fussed on where they're coming out. It's just anywhere that in the distance you can see this kind of knee-high grass kind of move a little bit. You see one of them just and dive into it.
Alright, so I suggest we stay away from anything lively here. They seem to just be here for food.
Yeah, we'll have to stealth, but I think it's maybe more of a sound thing, maybe to them. So let's just...
I'll try and be as quiet as possible.
You can take your armor off.
What would my AC be if I took my armor off?
10 plus your dex.
Ah,
Oh, so 10.
Plus
that's
your
worse
shield.
than me.
Yeah, plus shield is 13.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's just how... Because it's probably not like a free action to put armor back on it. It'd
No,
be like
if
an
you're
action.
wearing way longer than that.
Way longer.
Leather
eh?
armor is a minute. Medium armor is like
Chainmail.
5 minutes.
I think it goes to 10.
I have
yeah.
10 minutes
Chainmail.
for play. Yeah, so it'll be like 5 minutes to put it on. You're not doing that during combat.
Just there we gotta sneak all the way through.
Up to you.
And 10 minutes, 5 minutes is 5 rounds worth of stuff, if you want to translate it to combat.
Start taking my chainmail off.
Okay. All right.
Oh my gosh, she's naked.
Well, I mean, that's a very convenient looking flower. I'm just gonna... Okay. And
A very small flower out here.
Oh, you had like a
Like-
jumpsuit on.
a bush or something. Yeah, like she has like that sheer like skin
Yeah.
tight thing that she has just
guess
underneath.
that's
So
not
it's like
comfortable.
that's kind of it.
Yeah.
You want a cloak?
No, I'm all right. I mean, I still have that plating. The chainmail's like underneath
Okay,
it.
so, yeah.
Yeah. So
Just
I
double checking with you if you wanted it.
thank you. I appreciate it. I'll just have to make a note that the +3 is from shield.
So what's the plan here?
Well,
You sneak.
in that case, we need to be really good at sneaking.
Well, I'm officially a bit better at that now.
Right.
Sort of.
Okay then, my next question. Walking down this clay path in the middle of an expanse where all that you can see for several hours in any direction is occasionally a big chunk of this smoking amber rock that comes to maybe your waist, and just grass that comes to maybe your knees.
I want to ignore the grass and, like, we take it very slow.
How fast would we be able to make this journey if we're like crawling?
2 days?
Crawling.
2 days is a long time.
How far to, like, the left and right of us, if we were looking down a path, does it take to leave this area if we were to try go around it?
Yeah. As you're looking, again, it's about maybe 4 hours to that river, but you're not sure if you could get across that river or not. There's a little bit of a tree line between you and that, so about 4 hours that way. And as far as you can see to the horizon on your right is this grassy field until it meets with that kind of dark, distant area that you'd briefly seen before.
We can't get across the river, but could we follow the river without crossing it? And if we
Yeah,
got to
probably.
it, follow the direction? I wouldn't place coin on it, but potentially some bug type things aren't a fan of reflections. And if they are using maybe some sort of reflection camo, maybe they do have like a side issue of seeing stuff that is maybe reflective back. So I was thinking if we stay near the water, maybe they don't really like going to it. If it shows their own reflection, it might play weirdly with their camouflage.
That means crossing over the field, eh? Like the grass.
Maybe like a 4-hour journey-ish to the river. There's a few trees, maybe like
Yeah.
3 hours into that journey.
So it would would be taking a longer route having to get out of this area, but it would be safer.
I was gonna say, does it offer a bit more cover than just the path?
I mean, what you're looking at, this actual beaten path, is about a day's worth of normal speed travel just on this line of clay in the middle of this open field.
Right.
So like 12 hours of travel.
But or we could go around, add a little more time, but it would be a lot safer.
You'd be in a tree line, essentially.
Gotcha. Yes, we do that.
All right. Then follow my lead, and let's all be stealthy about it and not get caught, because
Stealth.
can't now.
As we are now moving into a more treacherous part of this realm, for each day's travel, I'm going to start asking for survival checks. If there's something you want to do to make that a different kind of check, you're more than welcome to try. Essentially, it'll be a group check. If the group succeeds, it'll be a successful, easy enough day of travel. You'll be able to find somewhere to sleep that seems safe. If it's a failure, there'll be some rolls for exhaustion needed, not quite getting a good rest, things like that.
If we come up with an idea of how we want to do said thing, are we not allowed to do the same thing the next day? Or if it's like a task that we would stick to doing for a couple of days, could we continue doing that?
You can keep trying.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Then I would like to just keep an eye on for any sight of creatures and reflections.
what is your method of moving across this field for the 3 or so hours before you do hit that forest?
I am like low to the ground as I can be without impeding my speed too much.
Same, but I'm gonna be putting the grass in front of me with my hands and then stepping and then waiting and then putting. So
Okay.
my body motion isn't what's putting it in random ways.
Yeah. Okay.
I am going to be casting Speak with Plants and see if they're able to part for me.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That's a level 3 spell, correct?
Yes.
Can I please get a D100 roll?
Oh,
Hey.
oh no. Please be something.
100!
Please be something good.
I ready my blade.
62.
I'm putting my chainmail back on.
62.
If fireworks comes out.
If firework comes out, I'm trying to put on my chainmail.
I TP.
You kind of crouch yourself down to this grass and kind of cast this spell, let this arcana flow through you. You feel that same pushback of Fey energy kind of flowing through you as you're casting it. And as you feel the Speak with Plants spell kick in, you notice a patch of it next to you seems to like curl over into a bit of a ball and transforms as you also summon a small, what looks like a mouse with big back legs and almost antenna-like whiskers that come out and are like feeling around the small little Fey field mouse thing. What the hell are you doing?
It's bait.
Bait? What are you talking about?
Can I hear it speak?
Yeah, there's
What-
3 of you. What the hell are you
What are
doing?
you doing?
I was sleeping. Why am I here?
I was casting a spell
Why?
to help traverse and not disturb those bug things.
Where are we?
The Ember something.
You brought me to the Ember Path.
Young Amber. Alright. We did not summon you on purpose.
It was a mistake. I'm sorry.
As long as you're quiet, you're not in any danger.
I'm weeks' travel from home.
Oh.
Where do you normally live?
Down in the gloaming paths.
Oh, we just came from there.
Well,
Okay. How
you
many sprites are with us?
2.
2.
you would be safer sticking with us for a while. Because we've got some sprites with us, and they're gonna have to go back.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, have one of those sprites take
15.
Alright, whose bag am I climbing into?
Oh,
Mine's stuffed with vines and stuff.
I have chainmail in my bag, but it's padded if you want to hop in there. Actually, you've kept a closet in there before.
I've kept a hot creature in here before.
Oh, you might not like that.
Oh.
This thing's like twice the size of a normal rat, just kind of like climbs in. Alright, get to it.
Ah.
You feel it kind of like do a few circles in the bag and try and get comfortable.
Oh my god, we
Well,
have a stowaway.
You're gonna have to follow us on our mission first before the sprites head back anyway, so it's gonna be a long journey.
You just feel its head like hit your back.
I'm gonna get out a piece of like ration
Yeah.
and just drop it into the bag for it.
Totally. Actually, while I remember, for the other 3 nights, anyone that didn't mark off rations, go ahead and mark your rations off.
1,
Oh, how
2,
many?
3.
It'll be 3, because I remembered the first night. But
Yeah.
Okay.
unless you guys have done it, it'll be 3.
Down to 21.
You break off that piece of ration and put it in the bag, and you just hear this disgusting...
Oh jeez, why so loud?
Yeah, please not right now.
Sorry.
I'm gonna close the top of the bag, okay?
Alright, he just kind of gets comfy.
Please tell me you could still speak with the plants after all this.
I should be able to. Can you part ways for us, please?
Hey, how's it going?
Why does it sound high?
It's a really chill plant.
Guess it's just grass in a meadow.
Do you think you and your friends could help us traverse across?
Why?
We don't want to get eaten by those things. Please?
Give me a nature or persuasion check.
Being a plant seems very, like...
I love the vibe.
Carefree.
I love the vibe. They're so chill.
What?
They're like,
It's
these
upside down.
bugs don't eat us.
24.
24. Yeah, all right. And they just like very slowly start kind of...
Let's go.
Beautiful.
Like
And-
a little, like, Mexican wave.
As you're walking for the duration of your spell, every like 5 feet you just hear, hey, hey, hi.
I'm the only one hearing
Yeah.
this.
As these millions of blades of grass are just checking in on your journey for the next 10 minutes or so.
I think you can, like, hear them talking to each other, too.
Yeah.
Like, they're like,
Amazing.
how have you been, man? Yeah, I'm good. Like, what have you been up to? Just chilling.
Just vibe.
Guys, I think I'm going crazy.
Yeah, I don't think people
This
are
is
supposed
my
to talk
new
to plants
favorite
this long.
NPC. Some blades of
The
grass.
field of grass.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I then get a group stealth check? And you can all have advantage for the grass being
So I
more
couldn't keep my
naturally.
toenail on. That's okay.
Just means you actually get the advantage.
I know, it's nice. It's
15.
quite
Okay.
nice. Not that it matters. I mean, it's not bad. It's not great either.
Of course you get that.
I got a 12.
25, but it was a natural 20.
Just see the fucking soul
12,
blood.
25, and what was yours, sir?
15.
15. All right. You start pushing through for a time. You get maybe an hour and a half through this kind of like partially hunched, this grass parting in front of you. You begin to hear this sound nearby, and you hear this. You all kind of turn back, and you can see maybe 60 feet from you, this thing has landed behind, is looking around. The wings kind of... And this eternity passes. Maybe 30 seconds or a minute. This thing just looks around. These little pincers up by its mouth, kind of pushing through the grass. And you just... At first you watch it kind of... The wings shimmer and become almost invisible. And it looks like it's going into some natural camouflage. But then you see the physical form of this creature collapse in on itself.
During that
Creepy.
30 seconds while it lands behind us, within perfect range, I'm going to Hunter's Mark and Hunter's Sense.
Okay.
See where it's going.
What is it?
Hunter's Mark so I can track it,
Yeah.
and Hunter's Sense gives me resistance,
Yeah.
vulnerabilities, and
Ah, that's right.
stuff like that.
And what it is.
Nah.
You...
My eyes just light up and I just start focusing.
This one is resistant to cold, necrotic, and psychic, and is immune to poison.
Ooh.
That about
That's
tracks.
All of our special stuff.
Not my
Yeah.
blade.
Blade damage, but extra damage.
Yeah.
Alright, and as we keep going, I'm gonna keep a note on the tracking of the Hunter's Mark.
Okay. It's interesting. You cast the Hunter's Mark, and you do for a time feel its presence completely gone.
Oh.
And then maybe a minute later, you feel it hundreds of feet away.
It's going to a different plane.
And then again, you lose its connection for a time. And then it's, off in the distance somewhere else.
Got its own personal
So it's
blink or
blink,
something.
Yeah,
It's got that blink on.
I share that it's leaving planes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll keep Hunters up while it's
Totally.
for the hour that was.
And I'll say with that up, as this one is essentially patrolling its territory, every so often you'll get that sense of it about to appear maybe 100 feet from you, and you're able to kind of hush the group down. And over the course of the next hour or so, the next couple of hours, you're able to push through the rest of this space and into this forest of brilliant oranges and yellows, and now you're maybe half hour from the water, you can hear the faint trickle of the luminous flow.
I put my chainmail back on.
Yeah, take some time to kind of get that back on.
Well, that wasn't as bad as I thought it could have been. I'm not complaining.
You know what's interesting about it being able to go to different planes? It means Yinlin's mother was teleporting.
Rabafiel.
Yeah, she would have been teleporting to a different plane on it because it was being read.
You think it can take stuff with it?
Well, it was apparently, as we were told, she was riding it and it was invisible.
Oh, you're right.
So that means they're disappearing, not going invisible. Just a thought to know. So that does mean tracking it would be impossible for even me. So if we do need to fight those things, or the sad other truth, it's going to be difficult for us to find. So just be wary.
All right, I'll
It's not
take it
something
on
we
board.
can rely on. I'll drop Hunter's Mark at
Okay.
this point.
Let that wash away.
Alright, I say we continue following the river. Yeah.
All right. Then can I please get that group survival check for this day's travel into the unknown? It will be made with advantage while your sprite friends are with you.
Yay!
Can I attempt to
Oh.
make it perception by looking for any of those creatures still? As we
Yeah,
travel?
you can be keeping an eye out. Totally.
Oh, come on. Come
Not like I'm
on.
not good at survival, but
Yeah.
just...
Come on.
19.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Natural 20 for a total of 23.
Unnatural 20.
Very good rolls. Pushing through here for a bit more of the day's travel. Keeping an eye out for these creatures. Every so often you can hear them off in the distance, but they seem to be mostly sticking to that Ember Path plain outside of the forest here. Kind of mid-afternoon during that travel, you come across a small couple of clearings in the forest here that just give way to more of that grass. But with your group's survival check, you notice that the small kind of clearing and the forest around it. As you're walking, there's always been this kind of like faint breeze in the trees. As you're walking along and kind of looking ahead, keeping an eye out, you notice that the trees ahead of you, the grass in that clearing, even the river that runs alongside it, are all moving significantly slower than they should be. Grass blowing as if it's in slow motion, slowed down 100 times. The river itself flowing quite quickly, and then as soon as it hits this patch of forest, just vroom, and is flowing ever so faintly. As you're looking, you see what looks like some sort of a fish leap out of the water at this impossibly slow speed.
Do you see that?
I don't want to go in there because if we go there, time's going to pass way quicker out here.
Yeah, is that where we have to go? Like, to go?
If you were to continue on this path, you'd go through there.
Can we go around it? Can we go around it?
It would take you back out onto the plains.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the issue.
I want to ask one of the sprites.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Let's see if they know. Actually, roll a d20 for me, and someone else roll another one.
Hey, yeah. 18.
16.
Okay. They are both aware of what this is. Yeah. This is the quiet copse. It's a small patch of the forest, often used to cut some time off of people's travel.
But it looks slow.
Yeah, the patch of land is slow, but you move through it at normal speed.
Why does it look like that there?
So, some ancient story thing.
What was it called? Sorry.
The quiet copse.
Quiet coat.
I can just test it real quick. I can just take
Put your hand in
Yeah, I'll
and-
take a few steps. I'll go up to it.
You go up to it, and again, you can see it's like this abrupt line here, where the tree that you're standing under is going like this, the leaves waving in the wind, and as soon as you step through, the one in there is just You watch a leaf fall from the tree, fall impossibly slow. You guys see Strider enter here from outside. What do you do as you enter this little patch here?
I pretend to go into slow motion.
Oh my god.
As Strider enters this little patch here, you all see him moving at normal speed.
Oh,
Run.
what?
Yeah, Lily runs in, and as soon as she catches over that threshold, you watch her move about twice as fast as she should.
Wait, how does that make any sense? Am I thinking about this wrong?
Well, I was just pretending to go slow.
Yorna, have you gone in yet?
No, not yet.
Then Strider is speaking too quick for you to even be able to understand what he is saying.
Come on!
I
Don't think about it too hard.
Okay.
Can I jump?
This is the Fey realm. I guess there's no understanding.
Can you jump?
I want to jump and see if I go higher.
Yeah, you jump and it's like normal. I mean, while you're in here, you feel completely
Oh, so-
normal. It's just from the outside, it looks like you're moving quicker than you should.
Okay, pop in.
Mhm.
You were too quick to understand. I did not understand a single word you said. That doesn't make sense to me, though.
Now that you're in here, looking around, the small patch of forest around you seems to be moving at normal speed.
What does the outside
But
look
further
like?
beyond,
What?
everything seems to have slowed to that same, almost still, motionless.
I think the Feywild's the Feywild.
It's like,
Matter of perspective.
no, do you know what it is? You know how in the Fey realm everything seems to be reversed?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I feel like
This
is
is like
going on
reverse
here.
slow motion.
Yeah.
Speed
So,
up.
speed up.
Should we just
Woo!
run then?
Yeah.
Alright, start sprinting.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm worried about sound. Are we far enough away from the
Give me a survival check.
bugs?
Can I help since I was looking out for them before?
Yeah.
You're helping me?
Yeah, you can roll advantage.
Thanks.
I'm not
That
hugging.
was yes.
Oh,
That was
okay.
not much better. 11.
11. You look out of this area. They don't seem to be coming within view of this place. You can see one like flying through the air outside. Its wings just...
All right, let's go. Let's
They-
book it.
The sprites did say it's to help travelers. So maybe things off here. Well, you guys go. The sprites, you guys are normal speed?
Yeah.
You guys count as travelers, but the bugs don't?
The bugs are
The
outside
bugs
of
are
this.
out of this area.
Well, let's run then.
All right.
Let's go for a quick jog.
Yeah.
All right.
Quick jog through here.
Start running through here, and it's the most bizarre thing. Looking around you and seeing normal speed for about, 100 feet behind you and a few miles in front of you, and everything else is just in this kind of timeless motion. As you're sprinting through this field, can I get a group perception check?
Sure. Sure thing.
Oh. That's a 6, but with a natural 1.
14.
That is an 11 with a natural 1.
Nice. Cool.
What the?
Wow.
Yorna, the most confused by this, not quite sure what to make of it all. As your friends are, for lack of a better term, frolicking ahead of the group.
I do not follow.
Floric.
Do not frolic.
You see just out of the corner of your eye this something moving impossibly fast next to you. Kind of have a quick glance to that side and you see another one down the other side. You kind of look around. They're gone.
The sprites with me?
Yeah.
Or around? Something really fast just flew by. Do you
What
have
kind
any
of
idea?
something?
Just straight
You
past
see one
me.
of them like draws their bow and pulls it.
Something we need to be worried about.
Hopefully not.
Oh, okay. Oh, I just thought maybe you might know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Faster
Okay.
than what we're going.
Yes, way faster. Just
Can I try walk slow and see if I go faster?
You start trying to walk slow,
Yeah.
and you walk slow.
Okay. All right. Cool. Weird. I didn't see anything. We'll take your word for it. We'll just have to be careful.
Mm.
We'll swap to a jog, and I'll keep my crossbow ready.
Okay.
I'm sure whatever it is will be friendly, or else they would have, already attacked us.
That's a good point.
That is a good point.
Keep going ahead.
What's your passive perception at the moment?
Pretty good. 20.
20. All right.
Oh.
You get another maybe 10 or so minutes into your journey. Then you feel almost like this tug on your shoulder a little bit.
I do a jump spin.
Yeah, you turn around, nothing there.
You okay?
Everyone wait for a second. I'm gonna...
You hear this. There's someone in your back. They're gone.
How small were they?
Eh?
How small did you see?
They're about my size.
Your size.
Everyone just... And I'm gonna try focus in on my necklace.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try see if I can get it to ignore the Fae that we've been traveling with.
Yeah.
And try...
So, pushing it past the sprites, ignoring this rat thing that's in your bag.
Rat thing.
And you will just stand still for a moment. You catch this. Rush past and you feel that.
Can I try time it to see if it just starts to vibrate, if I can catch?
Give me a...
It's traveling so fast.
Give me
though.
just a straight dex check.
We can try,
I sincerely hope you'll get it because it would be so cool.
What's the 17?
Yeah.
Dex?
Yeah.
Just straight dex? 21.
Okay. 25.
Oh, fuck.
You reach a hand out, and this thing rushes past before you can even see it. And it looks like this thing maybe comes to, like, just above your knees.
Shit. And I just barely miss it, or just...
Like, you reach your hand out, and it's already out of my shot.
We mean you no harm. We just want to know what... we want to know about you.
Give me a persuasion check here.
Can I help by translating to Fae, just in case I don't speak common?
So, like, I roll with advantage?
Yeah, go for it.
Sick. My. That did the trick. 22.
22. You speak that aloud for a moment. And in a matter of about a second, see one of these things. Darts up, stops just in front of you. Too slow, not with the time, and dashes off. For that brief glint that you see of it, it is this small, tiny-looking fey creature. This, like, not stretched, but, like, very angular, chiseled little face. Big, long ears that are longer than its head is. And this, like, lock of white hair. A rich cobalt blue skin tone. And, like, simple leathers and a sword at their side. And it stops for, like, a second. Says what should be 5 or 10 seconds worth of dialogue and then sprints off.
Let's try running as fast as we can while speaking.
If they don't want to talk to us, it's fine.
I'm just curious why it pulled on my back.
It's probably just curious, but if you want, we can
Maybe
try and run
You were
alongside
just
it.
in its way.
We'll see, we can run anyway, so why not? Start running, and I'm going to try using dashes to just get to my max speed.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, why'd one of you pull on my back?
Running ahead as much as you can. Give me a charisma check here to see if they care enough to pay attention.
Yeah, like a 9.
A 9. You're running ahead. Doesn't seem to be any response.
Alright. Well, let's just keep running then and get out of here.
All right, just
Onward.
I guess let us know if something starts tugging at your back again.
Yeah. I go to my backpack. I'm like, your rat thing. What's your name?
What?
Do you have a name so I don't have to call you rat thing? Feels more polite.
Rat.
Alright, rat. If something pulls on, I'm gonna keep the bag open.
Okay.
And you make sure if something pulls on my back, you tell me.
All right. Where are we?
In like a forest we move really fast in.
All right. You got any food?
Be quiet, coach.
There's...
I give it the other half.
quick.
You watch as this thing shoots like 4 tongues out of its mouth and pulls it all in, and just, rather than actually chewing on this, is just licking it until it disappears in about 10 seconds.
I love this thing so much.
Do not touch those 2 apples in my bag.
What?
Is it in the same bag you put it in?
Yeah, I only got one
Chances
bag.
are that those apples are
no.
long gone.
If I have apples in my bag still, do not eat them.
All right.
Okay.
They're bad for your stomach.
Inside cherry.
Oh, he's 100% eating those apples.
Too
No
late. He's
way.
already eaten them.
19.
19. Looking in, you can see there's 1 apple left and a pile of seeds next to it.
Oh!
Maybe he's immune.
I just had a fun idea.
Yeah?
What?
Well, looking at the was apple,
Mm-hmm.
The was
do
apple.
you think we could plant an apple tree here?
I don't want to interfere with whatever's already here.
Actually,
you're
I
wondering
fully
if it'll grow
understand.
fast.
That, but also I just want to know what a fey apple would be like.
I just don't want to mess up the balance that's going on in the Fey realm. Maybe it's not a...
I didn't think about it, but think about it now. Probably for the best. It's a fun idea, though.
Alright, sprint onwards.
What's Yorna's passive perception?
16.
Cool.
Great, something tugging at my thing and I don't know about it.
Continue on for a time. You're getting to the point where you're starting to run a bit low on energy. Just as maybe 400 or 500 feet from you, you can see where this normal speed again gives way to that slowness in front. You would come back out in the normal area.
It'd probably be best for us to sleep here, right?
Yeah, it does seem safer.
Alright. Well, we definitely need to keep an eye out for those speedy folk, just in case.
Sprite boys, do you think it's okay if we rest here?
I don't see why not. People do often.
Okay. Just keep out, when one of you guys are on watch with us, just keep an eye out for the speedy things that are around.
Of course, probably quicklings.
Quicklings?
Oy, mischievous little things.
Have I read about them before?
Give me a
Quicklings.
history check. This is Faye, so you probably got advantage.
Yeah. I rolled the same thing twice. 21.
21. These are interesting creatures. Whatever race they once were has long disappeared. You know that these things are essentially cursed with the speed that they have.
Can I recall what cursed them?
Can you recall what cursed them? What did you roll?
21.
You know that it has something to do with some ancient feud of the courts. Someone that got caught in the crossfire.
No.
I think I heard once stories about these quickens. Apparently the race doesn't really exist anymore. They're just being cursed to, I guess, go this quickly that they can't really talk to people. It's kind of sad to think they're too fast to enjoy life. I guess that's the whole thing that people say, you know, take your time and smell the flowers and such. They don't get to do.
I wish there was like a reverse version
Oh,
of
this
the
one.
violet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess it just proves not to piss off the courts that we have. If they have the ability to curse people like this.
Well, it looks like the safe answer isn't actually a safe answer, and you're in danger either way. They didn't seem too pleased about the whole neutral statement.
No, they don't.
Oh well.
They want people to have a choice and make the choice, I guess. They'd rather have an ally or an enemy, not an in-between.
Hmm. All right, who's first watch?
Do you think I should do first watch this time? Seeing as you've been waking up pretty badly.
Yeah, but like all those times I've been under your watch.
I'll watch this time, I promise.
Yeah, alright.
I'll keep close eye on
I don't know what you want me to do about
No,
it.
no, you're fine. I just-
Okay. Because I would love to help you, I just can't.
Yeah. That's what I'm sure it won't happen again. I'm positive thinking. I'm trying to get out of the muddled down mindset I've been for the past day or so. The last one was just a rough one.
how long is it.
I don't know, being told that you're gonna die just doesn't really sit well with anyone I reckon.
Yeah.
And I shall
Yeah, for
counter
God,
charm
all of
as
that.
soon as you're
Holy
asleep.
moly.
All right.
That stuff was deep.
Yeah.
And I nod off as well.
I go to have a deep
Just
sleep.
to sleep. This one of the sprites keeps watch during that time.
I am gonna, as a side note, keep my bags like close. I don't want nothing
Yeah.
touching stuff.
All right.
I got a rat to protect my bag.
You really
Curled up in
do.
there
The one that
yourself.
ate an apple.
Oh
I tied the bag up real tight.
This disgusting snore from in there.
Wow.
No, poor
How would you
thing.
do that?
Yeah.
Just saves through it.
Later.
All right. As you all settle down for a rest, do you want to give me a perception check? Take advantage as the sprite is there with you.
I'm not one to forget things like water skins or bags.
Never gonna let that go.
Never.
I'm gonna take it to my grave at this rate.
23.
23. All right. Keeping an eye out. Notice neither of your companions seem to be struggling in their sleep as you're plucking your song. Keeping an eye out. Your sprite is kind of keeping watch. Yeah, never mind. Kind of keeping a lookout. With your perception check, at some point during your watch, during that 4 to 6 hours, you're not sure when exactly it happened, but you do notice before you stand up. You look down and your bootlaces have been tied together about halfway down your boots.
Oh my gosh.
I'll just untie this.
Yeah, what's up?
It's your turn.
Oh, sweet. Oh, I feel decent from this one.
Keep an eye on your shoes.
Yeah, alright. That was a long rest then?
Yep.
Sweet.
Hey,
No
congrats.
nightmares.
Successful long rest. If you have any exhaustion, you can remove it.
Bloody what?
All right.
Right, I watch.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check, because the sprites also swap for a time.
Yeah, that's fine. That's gonna be 28.
28.
Dang.
28? Damn!
I got a
28?
plus 10.
Nice.
Eesh.
You kind of sit back and keep a look around. As Yorna's kind of starting to stir out of her sleep as well, you feel this kind of like tug just behind your ear.
I'm gonna, as quickly as I can,
Yeah.
just...
You go like that, and by the time your hands close, you've grabbed something that's firm, but it's definitely not big enough to be any sort of a creature. You go to pull it around the front, and you just feel your hair get tugged, and you notice that like a portion of the back of your hair has just been braided down the back,
Invisible being.
Can't fucking brain that
I
quickly.
love that.
All right. I see how it is. I whisper under my breath, not to wake people.
Yeah. At about that same time, as you see Yorna kind of drifting to consciousness, that bag with the rat in it, you just see it like moving through the grass away from the campsite.
I'm gonna walk over to Yorna really quick and I tap her on the shoulder. You're trying to wake up. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my bag. I'm gonna go grab it.
Yeah, you walk over to it, and it's moving like maybe 40 feet a second. Oh, not 40 feet a second, 40 feet around, sorry. So it's moving faster than like you can walk. You're like jogging to keep up with it. This thing's just getting pulled through. You reach out and grab it, and like a few of the things fall out. You just see that rat from the front kind of look up. What the fuck are you doing?
You were moving.
Aye,
Why?
I thought now would be a good time to depart.
With my bag.
There's useful stuff in there.
Yeah, useful for me. Things I've handpicked.
Useful for me as well.
Okay,
got you there.
what about those 3 vials in there? Did you want to use those? You gonna drink them?
Probably not drink them. They don't look very tasty.
No. I got my blood in it.
Why would you do that?
I have a lot of issues.
Fair enough.
Right?
Do you want to leave? You can leave if you really want now.
Oh, thank God. Is that right?
Not with the bag. Leave.
He like goes to pick it back up. Scurries back. Fine, catch you later.
Alright, bye, rat.
Scurries off. Surprisingly fast.
Oh.
Probably got like an 80-foot movement speed.
Damn.
Wait, imagine that moving through this place.
I'll pick up all my stuff. Put it in my bag.
Yeah.
This is the last time I put a medium-sized creature in my backpack.
Is it though?
Give me a perception check.
I swear to God.
There's a quickling in there
Did
now.
he steal my apple? Perception 1.
Sweet. Good to know.
Damn it.
Continue.
He's a tad.
Oh yeah, that last apple's gone.
Alright, I head over to you.
Okay.
None of us had, well, so far, none of us had nightmares.
Perfect. I like
So
the sound of
watch
that.
for Lily.
Keep an eye out on Lily for the rest of your rest. She seems to be sleeping soundly.
What was all that about with your bag?
Oh, the rat thing wanted to leave. He said it was a good time to depart, and he thought my bag had useful things in it.
What was the point of it coming along in the first place?
Well, he probably would have died over there in
Oh.
the grass, you know, he would have made a lot of noise and then the beetle things.
Alright, well, I wish him a safe journey. He was an interesting creature.
Yeah.
In general, I find the Fey creatures around here very fascinating. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
Yeah, books don't really do it justice, to be honest.
No, or stories for that matter.
A lot of it actually feels incorrect, maybe. I've read bits and bobs and heard things about the Feywild and creatures, and a lot of it's negative. But so far, really, the only thing we have is pranksters, as I pull around my braided hair.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. And that's really about it. Nothing really medicine, other than red caps, of course, but
Well, I mean, don't jinx it yet.
everywhere's got their goblins.
Mm.
Can't really blame them.
Alright.
Bit of time goes by, everyone can mark off another ration and consider yourself having had a long rest.
Yay.
Well, maybe the hag doesn't really can't reach us in this weird temporal time thing where
I have to admit, it is probably a bit awkward to get through. That's good. I like it that way.
And I'll also do inspiring leader again, so everyone gets those 10 temporary hit
oh,
points.
thank God.
I was wondering where those came from initially, because like when I came back to my notebook, I'm like, where's the plus 10 coming from? I mean, I'll take it, but...
Alright. As you awaken and gather your things, the edge of this temporal pocket of the forest, just a few hundred feet from you, are you going to push through into the denser forest, or are you going to kind of stay on the river's edge?
River's Edge, right?
Follow the river.
Okay.
That's what he said, so I'll stay as close to it as possible.
That is very sound. We shall do that.
As you make your way out of this area, 2 days travel in the course of a day, making your way up the luminous flow, those forest trees kind of still with you. Can I get a group survival check for that day's travel before we go any further, actually?
Before this,
Yeah.
I will actually drink my wisdom enhanced
Yeah,
thing.
totally.
I wasn't meant to do
19.
that, which my AC then drops back down.
We need to.
Nice.
Don't let
and
us down.
with advantage now. The last roll was higher. Unnatural 20.
Nice. You continue for a relatively uninterrupted day, just pushing through tree line. Every so often you'll hear some sort of creature in the distant woods, but nothing seems to inhibit your journey. Every so often as you're walking through here, the trees seem to just, while they're just gently blowing in the breeze, every so often they will shift a little unnaturally, but nothing that seems too concerning, and continuing along. As you get to late afternoon, Yorna, give me a perception check here.
Oh, what do you see?
Something good, I hope.
Something sparkly.
13.
13. As you're going, you're not quite sure why. Partway through that day's journey, your bag feels a bit heavier.
I check it.
Open your bag. Hey,
Huh?
problem? You don't want me in his bag?
I thought you wanted to leave.
Aye, now I changed my mind.
You changed your mind. All right. Well, I guess make.
What are these made from?
Pardon?
He reaches down and tears another half a piece of ration off. And
Oh. How many of those have you eaten?
a few.
Oh.
Right.
What are they made of? They're tasty.
Is he eating the druid ones or the regular ones?
Tell me. He's eating whatever dried meat rations you've got, not the nice stuff the druids gave.
Okay,
but-
it'll just be that regular one then.
Jerky.
Dried meats.
It's good.
The sort. I'm glad you like
You'll
it.
need to stock up.
How many are left?
How many do you currently, or how many did you have?
I had 12.
Roll the d12 for me.
This? 11.
He got through 11 of them.
Yeah.
Greedy boy. Oh no.
You want the last one?
Preferably.
You seem really stressed and confused, what's going on.
He's transferred residence.
You mean rat?
Yes.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
What the you left?
I'm gonna pull.
Came back.
I'm gonna pull out the druid rations and put them in a separate pouch.
Yeah. I'll say at this point, they're starting to look like they're the ones you should be eating.
Really?
It was breads and cheeses and things.
Oh shoot! I thought it was just nicer quality ration.
They're still good. It's just that you've probably only got a couple of days left with us. Maybe you want to share them around the group.
Well, how many of those do you guys have left?
Of the druid ones?
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't calculate for myself having druid ones.
No, you didn't pass any around the group.
Yes,
I think I just. Oh, so I'm just keeper of the druid
yeah.
rations. All right, guys, we're eating bread and cheese for the next few days. I didn't realize I had these at the bottom.
I mean, we had
I can get rid of a few if you like.
No,
Okay.
you're all right, and I'll take the last remaining regular
Yeah.
ration away from it.
telling me we had bread and cheese this whole time?
Listen, it was a little bit stressful getting to the Fey realm, so I may have forgotten. I apologize. I fasten it in a separate area.
So did he eat most of your rations?
Yeah.
You do realize we've brought like a finite amount of food for us to live on while we're here for a bit?
Well, it wasn't very smart. There's plenty of things around here. You'll find something to
I
eat.
just don't know if we should be eating stuff from around here.
Doesn't stop me eating things from back there.
Okay,
Right, where to?
Actually,
make yourself
you know,
comfortable. I think
maybe you won't want to be here much longer. Do you know where we're heading?
That way, probably.
We're going to go visit Granny the hag.
Who?
Oh.
You know, the big bad hag. Alright, so you do have fun with him.
I
You
don't.
might try to steal your bag.
Oh, he won't do that. You won't do that.
Give me an intimidation check.
Intimidate.
Oh, come on, Yorna. Your first intimidation is 7.
I won't do that. Onwards.
Alright, make yourself at home, I guess. Alright.
He's like got half of his body in your pack sitting on something and the other half is like over your shoulder just looking forward with the rest of the group. He doesn't smell great.
Oh.
You need a bath. How do you like river water?
No.
No?
No.
Then behave.
He just kind of keeps his eyes forward.
Alright, let's just keep going.
But that is the only trouble you run into on that day's travel.
I wrote in my book, we awaken, rat has departed. Rat
Rat has returned.
has returned and is my problem now.
Can I look at the water and see if there's anything like living or any creatures that
Yeah,
are
the
part of that water?
luminous flow that
Yeah.
you're saying? Yeah, totally.
Be careful.
Just give me
What?
just give me either a perception or a nature check as you're walking alongside that for the afternoon.
That 20 perception for 25. Yeah.
Looking in that river for a time, and this is like a couple 100 feet across, right? Like this is a wide amount of water. It's kind of flowing through, looking down. Every so often you'll see like a vibrantly colored fish. It looks mostly like a fish. Most of them have like big long antennas or things that flow behind them. Some of them have almost draconic scales instead of fish ones swimming down. Bright oranges and blues. But more commonly what's in there are almost like these oversized whitebait. Maybe like a meter long, these big transparent fish that for a while it takes you a moment to actually be able to see any of them. But by the time you do, it's like there is a school of maybe 500 of them every few minutes that swims down here. Just below that pure transparent water.
Try to look fish.
Wow.
This is fascinating, but I'm choosing to stay a few steps away from the ocean, being that we're warned not to touch it.
That's a river.
Yeah, river.
Body of water.
Canal.
Canal. Creek. Bay.
As you're looking in that water,
Oh no.
looking at it for the course of a while, looking at these fish. As you're talking to Strider, you swear as you glance back for like a split second out of the corner of your eye, almost like a face has formed in the top surface. And it's just as you look back, it might have just been a ripple in the water and it just goes back to its normal flow.
I want to continue walking, but like use my peripheral to see if I notice.
If I was
it come back.
facing Lily while she was at the water, can I see if I saw it?
Give me a perception check.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
For 30.
As Lily turns around, that like brief moment as she's turning and her head kind of gives view, you can see what looks like a young woman's face, like looking up out of the water at her. And as soon as Lily's head gets the full way around, you watch it just wash away in the current.
Sprite,
Hey.
are there such things as faces in the water?
I believe that there are some sorts of spirits in there, nymphs and the like.
Nymphs.
If I'm correct, I believe nymphs not to really be trusted.
Yeah, some of them are alright.
Okay.
Gotta be on the good side.
Yeah, well, we'd rather not be on any side.
Alright.
Let's keep going
Alright.
until we need to rest again.
What's for dinner?
Not rations. You ate those.
Right.
You can find your own.
Yeah, you said there's food out here.
Maybe some berries?
Yeah, touche. As that day's journey comes to an end, your successful survival check will see you finding a nice little place to camp up for the evening.
Cheese and bread for everyone.
Yeah.
So don't mark off a ration because I'll just
Yeah.
mark 3
Yeah.
off of mine.
Yeah, so this slightly stale bread, but
Sorry, guys.
a little bit of water and some heat over a fire kind of loosens it back up, and some nice cheese. Probably the first, like, not dried food meal that you've had in a while, and it's pretty good if a few days old.
You want some wine?
Cheese on toast.
Wine.
Or a bottle of wine?
Yes, please. I would like a glass.
Or a glass of
And I'll
wine.
just get a glass out of nowhere.
Nah,
I'll have a cup in my
Yeah.
bag
Cup your
Got a little
somewhere.
camp mug.
Yeah, a little camper. Yeah.
Cut one out of a tree.
Nothing like wine out of a plastic
And
cup.
you don't drink, correct?
Mm-mm.
More for us.
Woohoo! Well, I mean, let's not get
What
too
about me?
crazy. Actually, I want to
Do
see
you
it.
know what that is?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks good.
Give it a sip.
Give him like a
Give it a
drop.
sip. I want to see what happens.
Open your mouth.
You watch those 4 tongues come out and, like, go back over the side of his face, and you can
Ooh.
just see this, like, shoot.
Oh my god, it's like a funnel.
Pretty much.
Oh.
Fucking Demigorgon tongue.
Tongues back into the mouth. You just watch the eyes, like, fully dilate.
Oh.
He's high. Oh.
An
Wait,
interesting
how much
effect.
did you give him?
Like this is
And he just
Good boy.
stays, like, catatonic.
Oh, you know what? That's perfect.
put him by a tree.
You pick him up, and he's, like, solid.
Oh.
You, like, lay him down by a tree, like, on his side.
I wonder how long that'll last.
Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye on him.
Maybe
Surprised
the
that
night.
didn't happen with you two.
I think it's just the effect it has on
Yeah.
small fey creatures.
Have you guys? Actually, it's just surprised. Have you guys drinking alcohol before?
Hey,
Why is he frozen from it?
lightweight?
Ah.
That would make sense.
This is funny coming from you guys.
Oi,
Yeah,
Oi.
yeah, just,
Lightweight.
because we're small.
yeah. I didn't know if that was offensive.
Not at all.
Oh, okay, good.
They kind of chuckle away and, like, go to have a bit of a watch on the outskirts of camp.
All right.
All right, let's
Yeah.
take turns watching.
Okay.
I feel bad leaving it by the tree like that. Should I just put it back in my bag?
I'll
No,
keep
it
an
is.
eye on him.
Oh, please do.
You want
I
me
want to make sure it
to watch first like last time?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah, I can do it.
All right.
Well, now that we're in normal space, definitely keep an extra vigilant eye.
Yep. All right.
Okay. Settle down for rest. Do you want to give me a perception check?
Perception. Yeah. Perception. Ooh, that's a 13.
13. You sit there, plucking away again at the side of the campfire. One of those sprites kind of comes and nestles down to listen to the tune. And your friends sleep undisturbed for that night. Who are you awakening for second watch?
It's that time, is it? Starting to feel rested now, so. I don't
No
really want-
nightmares?
Nope. You would know.
Well, apparently I haven't.
You're not wrong. But you do know when I wake up. Or sweat, screaming, crying, maybe. Who knows?
Haven't seen you cry.
Yeah, we don't talk about it. Alright, you ready to rest?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm going to, before Lily rests,
Mhm.
I'm going to be like, drink this before you rest.
What is it?
It's just a homemade cocktail.
What does you smell like?
Iron. And a bit of nature.
Iron.
Does
and
this
bit of
have blood in
nature.
it?
Yes.
What do you taste like?
Blood mixed with like dirt, leaves, herbs,
Matcha blood.
Mm.
I don't like
all
it.
of it.
What?
It's to keep you from having nightmares.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I cast protection on evil and good.
Yeah. All right. Then, do you want to give me a perception check for the remainder of your watch?
Yes. I will drink my mutagen again because
Yep.
it would have reset
Totally.
for wisdom checks. Perception, that is a 25.
25. All right. Nice. Keeping an eye out. Lily's sleep seems to be undisturbed. Your few successful days travel here, and the hag does not seem to be able to currently be getting through. She's
Are we
rolling
still-
like ash.
Hell yeah. We
hell
like that. We like that.
Are you currently what?
I was wondering if we're currently in like the. We're not in the slow-mo thingy anymore.
No, you've been out of that for the last day's travel. Just as Yorna is kind of coming out of her sleep, like 7-8 hours into your rest, just hear this, whoa!
And the rat.
What was that?
It's been like 8 hours.
What?
You've been like frozen still for 8 hours.
I felt great.
It's alcohol.
Do you have any more?
Should give him
I
like
need-
If
a
you
tube of it.
if you are good and well behaved, you can have a little bit more.
Deal.
Oh god, I
So
don't.
no more rations.
Just a little
I
bit.
just don't-
You
he's
saw
gonna
it
get
needed
addicted.
like 2 drops.
Yeah, but I don't want to feed an addiction.
I highly doubt it's gonna get.
If
Well,
you knew, if you heard the word alcoholic, you probably don't know what that means, correct?
No.
But do you feel like it resonates with you?
I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No more for you.
Till later. When I've been good, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Give me a deception check.
I was gonna say it might steal the bottle now that I think about
I
it.
got 13, but my deception is in the fact that I don't think he'll be good.
I like that. DC was 12. Yes. Right? Who am I traveling with?
Well, only our bags have space, and
Well,
you
I
left
mean,
mine.
you've been in mine, so I don't mind, and I've put my rations in a separate spot. Yeah,
Well-
have a piece of cheese.
Lily, as you like come out of your rest, you just see this rat like clawing headfirst into Yorna's bag, just kind of like scooting dirt up behind it with these oversized hind legs and just pushing its way into the bag.
I
I'm
give it a
guessing
little
he's
cheese
staying.
nugget.
Mhm.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, do you like cheese?
Since he's a rat.
Yeah.
It's a bit sticky, but it's good.
It's good. Do you like it more than the other rations?
Yeah.
Is it better than the food here?
Because where we come from, creatures that are similar to you very much like this stuff.
It's alright. The other stuff was better.
I feel like some rats like grapes and stuff too, and that would be in the wild.
Ever seen the movie Ratatouille?
Oh
Try
my
them together.
god.
All right.
Let's get going.
You
jeez.
can all mark off, or you can mark off those rations.
I already did.
The
Yeah.
druid ones. Nice. And your day's travel begins. Can I get a group survival check? Or whatever you
I
want
would
to
like
do.
Nah,
to
I'm
watch out
vibing
for
with
creatures.
survival.
Okay.
It's a good check.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, no, him.
That was a really high roll, but I'll re-roll again.
11.
14.
Okay.
29.
29. You,
Oh, pardon me.
as we begin this day's travel, take a quick break. We'll come back for the rest of it.
Oh, shit.
Because I would like some acid water. Continuing your travels here, the remainder of this day, heading up through this section of Fairy, the Amberleaf Vale, as your sprite companions would let you know it is called. This area of perpetual autumn, essentially. One of the seasonal regions here. Pushing up through the forest, you come to a point where there's a clearing, just grass for a while between patches of forest. You're walking across, and it is a peaceful day. And again, in this area, there is that twilight sky above you. But this area itself has these, like, voluminous autumn clouds above you that look like they have sunlight piercing through them. Feels like a gorgeous midday sun almost all the time. But every so often when those clouds have small parts, you can just see the pitch black sky above it. It's very disorienting. So you're walking across that open field for a time. And you essentially push back into the forest on the other side of it. As you're pushing through, I need everyone to please make a perception check for me.
Inventory.
22.
Perception.
20.
Okay,
14.
14. You're walking along. And Yorna, just out of the corner of your eye, just as it's too late, you see a flick of movement out of the side. Can I please get a dexterity saving throw?
No.
Oh no!
9.
9. You take a step through this kind of grass area here and back into the forest. And in an instant, you feel something tighten around your ankle. And the two of you hear this zzz, and watch Lily get hoisted about 40 feet into the air, flung upside down, and is now hanging over the branch of a tree. Lily, as this happens, you get zzz, hoisted up into the air at immense speed. As you kind of get to the top and start kind of like spinning around there upside down, you can see a small-ish creature, might come out up to like your mid-chest, sitting there in the branch, kind of sharpening a blade. Cross-planar travel. We'll be able to push our prices quite high. You're a difficult one to track down, little Songbird. So you see this rat folk individual, green robes, a heavy-set metallic shoulder pad. You can see an axe at his side and this blade that he is sharpening. But he's just sharpening the edge. The rest of it's still covered in dried blood. You guys look up. You see Lily has been hoisted into the air, and there is this creature sitting up there in the branch, not 10 feet from her.
Can I quickly crossbow and shoot the rope holding her and try catch her?
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
That's going to be 16.
16. Yeah. You go ahead and give me some damage. See what we got.
I'm gonna get ready. Oh, wait, how high up is Lily?
About 40 feet off the ground.
Oh, that hurt.
That's high.
5.
Alright.
I'm gonna get ready to catch her.
Yeah, totally. I forgot to get the speaker out, and I'm just going to throw something up.
The worst I could do.
Okay, you deal 5 damage. You feel it pierce through that rope and nail into the tree. You hear this, and Lily, you look up and you can see that that rope is like moments away from snapping. And then it gives way just enough time for the two of you to react. So one of you can make a dexterity. No. Athletics or acrobatics. You can either both make a roll or someone can take it with advantage.
Should we
I
both
have
try?
I
What's
have
your set?
+7 in athletics. Oh, your acrobatics is good.
I have a plus, not right now, I have a +5 right now.
Okay, so should I do it
Yeah.
with advantage? Okay, I'm doing athletics check with advantage.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm falling.
Oh, even better. 23.
23. Okay. As Lily comes down, falling, you just manage to catch her just high enough that it does absolutely no damage. You're able to pull her to the side.
I like.
Thank you.
As Lily lands down the bottom, you see this creature just kind of steps off, very like superhero step, like 1 foot off the branch, and kind of lands with a thump. It does take a little bit of damage as it hits the ground, but not as much as you would expect from a creature falling.
If you're going to introduce yourself, it's not kind to tie people up first.
I am Tusk, trapper and assassin of the Maru Hunters. And you have my payload.
I don't know who the Songbird person is, but I'm sure you'll find them eventually.
Give me a deception check. Take disadvantage on this.
Oh.
Because he has been tracking you for weeks.
Fuck! I rolled a 19 and a 4.
Yeah.
Deception. Hold on, I gotta double check
You're
something.
pushing a payload?
We in Overwatch?
Apparently.
What was the point back?
Haha.
Haha.
Yay. So then that will be
Can I slay his prey?
16.
Slayer's Prey.
It's just like Hunter's
Yeah,
Mark.
put that on. Nice try. Not today.
What do you want with her?
Someone would require her return, it would seem. I get more coin if you make it back alive.
I look at Lily and I go, does this happen to do with what I think it does?
Hope not.
Who do you work for?
Confidentiality, I'm afraid. Cannot reveal such information. Who are you?
Pull out a potion and I go, they call me Strider and I'll drink it and activate Hunter's Mark on them.
Let me know when it's been a minute. I want to know your enemy.
Yeah, totally. Keep an eye on that.
Did the people who hire you wear one of these?
You're not in my line of business, so I understand, but that is not information I can give freely, I'm afraid.
Well, I'm not going anywhere with you.
We are on a very, very important mission, and it does.
So am I.
And it involves Lily's health. I know you said that you can take her back dead or alive, but alive must be.
Lily. Curious.
Must be a lot worth more if she's alive, yes? Let us finish what we are doing, and we can discuss it.
Give me a persuasion check.
Hit 18?
Okay. Tell you what, you match their bid, I'll be on my way.
I will
Oh,
pour out my cold ice on my blade, and then I will pour my blood, which freezes it around to activate my Crimson Right. And I want to tend to intimidate him to leave
Yeah.
by saying, Lily stays with us, and she will for as long as she wishes, so I would not try your luck with us.
Give me an intimidation check.
I take 4 damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
I say them.
oh, you did it at 10.
Mm.
There we go. Intimidation. 11.
Takes out that dagger. Not a dagger, this short sword, crooked looking thing with a serrated edge. Takes that out, kind of flicks it, and you watch what looks like a viscous liquid pour out of the hilt and along channels in the blade. Brilliant.
Hold. What was this about pricing?
Match their bid and I'll be on my way.
And what is their bid?
8,000 gold if she doesn't have her head. 12,000 if she does.
You really don't want to mess with us.
Do I not?
Yes.
You're going to have to give me better than that.
can I whistle and give the sprites the okay to shoot?
Yeah. Okay. Can I get everyone to roll initiative?
Oh shit!
I'm like,
They're after you. Oh, before that though, did I get to know my enemy for a minute?
Yeah. You
Okay.
certainly did.
I want to know its AC compared to mine. Mine is 19.
Hang on. I lost him.
Oh shoot!
Oh, no.
Back, buddy.
You guys, I rolled well.
nice.
I got a 19.
AC.
that was a first.
Yeah. Mine's 19.
Lower.
Okay, and current hit points. Mine is. Do you add 10 hit points to that, or
Up to you.
I'm gonna go base, so 72.
Higher.
Okay, so he's got better
be
HP.
assassin.
He do be assassin.
Um, do your temporary hit points also go to the sprites?
Yes,
Okay. So
they would have.
how much? How many
I
temp?
didn't say
10.
22, so-
10. Okay. So
Yeah.
that puts them on 12.
And lower than
That
my
was
19.
slow as shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't
So-
help. He could be
oh, I
any
see.
one
He's
between
probably,
those two.
Surely
he's
did.
probably that.
Like,
Yeah, he's
the
either
truth is
2 or
out.
1.
Oh shoot, no, that's HP.
Yeah, he's either 2 or 1.
He'll be 2.
Yeah, but he still could be 1. Because that'd still be higher than yours.
It doesn't help that my AC is so high, eh?
Can I get the minis, please?
Should I ask for like strength or something?
It's,
Looks alright. Okay, we
He's
got the
after buying.
boys.
Also-
You know what? I'm gonna say this now, and I feel like I'm gonna regret it, but I feel like it's better off we run into him than one of the insects. But now that I say it,
bugs.
Jacob might well and truly decide, yeah, let's throw an insect in there, and then chuck that as well.
You guys can position
hope
yourselves
not.
wherever you'd be, kind of in that rough area now.
I would be stepping up
Same.
to be
Yeah.
to kind of shield
Okay.
Lily.
Where do you think your sprites would be?
I think they were behind Lily, like
Yeah.
in the two, yeah,
Yeah.
getting ready to snipe.
I do not have sprite minis, I'm afraid.
That kind of works.
His weapon was like the blade was made out of the viscous liquid that
It
He
seems
had
to
a,
have like
like,
channels,
compartment.
and he essentially let it just maybe a capsule on the hilt that just runs it down the blade.
Yeah.
You need
Oh,
one
no,
of
I
those.
was thinking-
It's like built into the
I
design.
saw it. I was like,
That's yours. We
Yeah, I'm
finished
taking
this.
that.
That's yours.
I'm gonna take that.
So, sprites. Okay, sorry, what was everyone's initiative?
19. It's my first best
20.
initiative.
12.
What did you? 20.
20. Yeah.
Nice.
Having a +5 help.
Having a +0 helps.
Doesn't? No, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It does help more than having a negative.
It does.
Yeah. No.
Such pretty trees we are there.
I know. I love it. It's so
Autumn.
nice.
Gemstones?
Yes, at this point you've just met up with the end of that ember path, those large amber crystals on the roadside that are giving off like a faint smoke.
Can you grab the hunters and slayers rings?
Yeah.
And you've just signaled these sprites to shoot?
Yeah, 'cause I wanted them to try to get like a surprise.
Yeah, totally.
Damn, Lily, you worth a lot.
One of them hits.
I did say I was royalty.
You did say that. I am so glad that you mentioned it when you did, because Yorna would be so confused right now.
That's why when you
otherwise,
were like, what's the price? And I'm like, if it's for royalty, it's
Yeah.
going to be out of
Quite a
our
lot.
I was like, I still wanted to ask, because then you kind of get an idea, like more so.
One of these sprites loads up their tiny little longbow here, fires an arrow the size of one of your bolts.
Oh, hell yeah.
It sinks into his shoulder. You see the sprite looks like it's waiting for something to happen that doesn't. That should have poisoned him.
Oh, great. Makes sense if he's carrying stuff like that around. And he's a rat folk.
And with that, I do believe Strider is up.
Oh yeah, was it some form of rat folk? Was it?
Yes, this is one of the Rotari that you had. Not one that you'd seen in the sewer, but the same race that you
Yeah.
had. He looks very similar to the build of the one that was riding the frog.
Oh yeah.
In fact, it's the same mini.
Yeah, I recognize the mini. God, who could forget that day?
You got
Try to run up behind him.
Yeah.
We're like, Bourbon's suggesting taking Lily from us. you've pretty much given yourself an execution. So give up before you die, or that's what's going to happen, and I will strike.
Yeah, go for it.
With my blade. See, there's going to be 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Nice. Hit him for some damage. This slays that thing. Crimson, right? 12 plus 5. So 17 damage.
Nice.
First attack. Then I will pull out the crossbow and go for another shot.
Totally.
That's going to be 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
So, displays. Nice. 12.
Wow.
Yeah. 12.
Nice.
16 damage.
Nice.
Chunky.
Massive damage.
Yes.
Okay. Were they both sword strikes?
No, only one.
Okay. And the second one was crossbow?
Yes.
Okay. As you fire that crossbow, you see this glint in his eyes as he whips it around to see you. In that moment that you have to swap weapons, as you make a ranged weapon attack, he's going to use his reaction to see that opening and pull a small dart off of his side and toss it.
Fuck it.
He will have disadvantage because it is a ranged attack and he's not built like you. But that is still going to be an 18.
That does it currently, yes.
With disadvantage.
You
Currently
take
not my best.
5 points of piercing damage. And can I please get a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah. Or poison you.
That's okay.
That seems to be his whole deal.
Con save is 18.
18. So you take half damage.
Okay.
Half of max
Oh boy.
is
Calculate what max it goes.
6 poison damage.
Okay.
And you feel for a moment your body threatens to freeze up, but you just push through this poison effect.
I let everyone know it's a paralyzing type.
Hey, locks on quick.
Well, I almost dodged it, but it seems that a bit rusty at fighting against people that work similar to how I used to.
This should be easy then.
That should scare you.
Anything else from Strider?
No. And,
Okay. Yorna, you're up.
Feels so good to be high up in initiative. I tell you. You got the wrong idea. We are not giving Lily up. And I take out my longsword and
Okay.
and I'm gonna attempt to make it a disarming attack.
Yeah.
And that would be with advantage because of Strider.
Yes.
Sweet. Ooh, that's very nice. 27 to hit.
27 will hit.
All right, can he please make a strength saving throw, DC 15? No.
10.
He drops
Would you
his-
like him to drop his poisoned blade, his poisoned short sword, or his serrated axe?
the short sword, the
Okay.
poison one.
The short sword hits the ground.
All right, and then I get to roll damage. So that is this one. Twice, because of my superiority die. 9 plus... Uh, 14 magical slashing damage.
Nice. Yep.
And then I'm gonna extra attack.
Mhm.
Just a regular
Sweet.
swipe. I'm not doing anything fancy with it. Ooh-wee. natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Damage.
Oh, damage. So I just doubled that. So it's like I'm rolling a superiority die. That's okay. 6 plus 5. 11 slashing damage.
Nice. That's with the double?
That is with the double because I only rolled a 3.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm staying put though. I don't know if this is free action to just kick the blade away from him or.
Yeah. You kick it
Yeah,
5
just-
feet from where he is.
Towards me.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say that you disarm it in his square,
Yeah.
and you can kick it anywhere within, say, 5 or 10 feet. Where are you putting it? Just there? Okay.
Yeah. For
Perfect.
Strider to grab, but he might grab it up. But that's okay.
After Yorna, it is Tosk's turn. He is going to...
Always give up.
Crying is a free action.
I love that. Crying is a free action. This rolled a 19 and then a 20.
Yeah.
He's
So
going
intimidated.
to, for now, just make a couple of attacks. First one with his barbed axe is going to go at Yorna.
All right.
But
19 to hit.
It's my AC.
Hell yeah.
No.
You take maximum 9 piercing damage.
I'm gonna get lacerated.
And can I please get a con save?
Yes.
So shit.
It's okay. I'm good at these. $22.
22. He takes that axe and carves across your midsection. You feel it gash, and you get the sense any deeper, and that would have left a gaping, bleeding wound.
Oh,
can cause bleed.
As he comes in for a second strike back the other way.
jeez.
23 to hit.
Oh, yeah. That is.
Maximum damage again, 9 piercing damage.
Definitely knows what he's doing.
And can I get another con save?
Yeah, I'm just mathing real quick. Yep. And another con save.
Yes, please.
Okay. Come on. 13.
13. He returns, follows through, and just carves deeper across that same wound. So, you are currently bleeding. You will take some damage at the start of each of your turns.
I can take it.
Okay. For now,
My clothes.
Yeah, getting that cut on like the tight, like the
Yeah.
since that would lose all of its tightness. No longer has like,
Damn.
you know, need a whole new one.
Yeah. Yorna has spares.
for now, that's all he's going to do, and we move on to Lily.
That freaking hurt.
He is going to unsettling words.
Mhm.
I am not going back there. And we'll bonus action, and then so roll by the inspiration die, and then minus that from his next saving throw.
All right.
Tell him, Lily. Tell him.
3.
3, okay.
Mm-hmm. And then I am going to cast Rollatham's Psychic Lance at level 4.
All right.
The combo.
Right.
So he must make a intelligence saving throw.
Okay, minus the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Wee.
He
6.
Dash a fail, so he takes 76 psychic damage.
Oh
Yeah.
my
That's the
god.
scariest part about a bard.
Wait.
It's just some whispers because they just.
That was a leveled spell, right?
Yeah,
What level?
4.
Can I please get a D100 while we're at it?
Do I
Good-
roll
good
that
call.
first and then damage?
Spastic.
Yeah, roll the D100 first. Just make sure there isn't anything real bad.
Alright. And
Like teleporting.
77.
70.
It's like it gets high every time.
Yeah.
We might hit 100.
Okay. What was the save type here?
Intelligence.
Can you please make an intelligence saving throw as the spell rebounds, targeting you instead?
That's the worst outcome you could ask.
That is the worst outcome.
Use a reaction already. Oh no, that's a bonus action. Hold on. Can I still revive myself?
I think it's just one creature, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you would like to.
So it's with disadvantage. And I'm rolling an intelligence saving. Yeah, that's a 1.
All right.
So then I just take half and I don't become incapacitated.
Alrighty.
Ah.
Whoa.
Eh. Oh, that's a
Damn.
couple of high
reflex.
numbers.
Oh.
5, 10, 14,
Though she's
19,
low-key our
25,
secondary tank, so...
25, 29, half.
Sorry, I had some bad
14.
brain.
Okay.
I only take 14, and that's minus 10, and then minus
Jesus.
Ooh,
temporary hit points.
that's
Ouch.
I'm only at 61,
Oh, you're good.
because the template point.
Yeah, the temper... yeah.
Huh?
What would they even look like?
You tell me. What does that look like?
I would say, like, as the lance, like, comes out, it, like, pushes back in and just, like, hurts my brain.
That burst of energy pushing out, stuttering for a moment, and then pulling back into you like you felt that Fey energy do a few times.
Your turn.
All right.
Oh, you'll die, I mean.
Anything else from Lily?
Nah, that's everything.
Okay. The sprites are up. What do you want from us?
Your weapons do poison damage, correct?
They can.
Use it when I do my attack. Time it with me.
Okay. They'll both fly up a little bit to be with
Nice.
Lily, and they will ready their attacks.
You're gonna do your fancy schmoove.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's the sprites. Top of the round, up to Strider.
I'm going to be like... You seem to know what you're doing, so I'm going to take you seriously, and you are doing a serious action by trying to take her, so I draw my +1 sword that has the poison on it.
What are you going to do with that?
It is the serpent's poison,
Yeah.
and I'm going to go for a strike, and as I do, I want the others to shoot their poison arrows at the same time.
Amazing. Yeah.
Advantage.
Oh! I need to assign myself rebarbs. Give it to Yorna.
Okay.
Woo!
23 to hit.
Nice. That'll hit. Unfortunately, both of the sprites miss.
No,
Damn!
They did their best.
they did their best.
They're doing it.
With a
fine.
natural 4 and a natural 7.
Would you say my attack would go through first since they're going off my attack?
Yeah.
Because of the, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure the serpent venom does something to him if he fails, so it might make him more hittable. Like if he's paralyzed or something. I don't remember.
No, it's just a bunch of damage.
Ah, sick, okay.
36 on a failed save.
Yeah, he has to do a save for it then.
Sweet. And are you using a thing on this to make him not?
Resistant. I don't know if he's resistant or not.
He is resistant.
Yeah, I have Blood Maledict to make him not resistant.
Okay. He fails the save.
Sweet. So how much?
3d6 additional poison.
Okay, so it's gonna be a lot of damage.
We like
Sorry
that.
guys, give me a minute.
No, we like it. We like it.
D8. Hunters. Slayers. Cold. From thing. And then, what did you say? 3d6?
3d6 poison.
I
Oh
have
man,
three.
hit him with everything.
One more.
Oh, I thought you meant, like, to make 3.
Okay.
God! Oh,
Oh,
one
Jesus.
more.
The main dice. I will count these first so I don't hit them.
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25,
Damn.
plus 5, so 30 damage.
Jason!
That has to be a good chunk.
Very nice. With that strike, he looks bloodied, and as you lash across, Seeing this poison, he seems confident as the attack comes, and you watch it soak beneath his fur. What the hells? What are you?
You really think I wouldn't come prepared against people that could be resistant to my main type of attack?
I like you.
And then I will look at the sprites and go, by the way, and I'll say this out loud to scare him, he won't be able to take poison attacks until the start of my next turn. So do all you want.
Nice. Okay. Anything else from you?
In my turn. Oh, yes. No.
No?
Got a bonus action.
Sure do.
Go for it.
Bonus action.
Look at that. Do I have advantage? I don't have disadvantage with my crossbow. We are normal flanking. Because it says you have advantage when you make an attack within 5 feet of someone.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah, go for it.
The last one was higher. That is going to be 19.
19 will hit.
That is 36 and a d6. Nice, not bad. That's going to be 10 plus 4, 14 damage.
14 damage.
Then I am my turn.
Nice. Okay.
I will actually, on that note, I will do Grasp of Avarice.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just check it's not a bonus action. Boom. I then get to do an extra 1d6 damage to him as a reaction, and I gain that one much HP back.
Nice. 1d6 plus proficiency.
Yes.
Okay.
2 plus 3, so 5 damage, and I heal 5.
Okay. Very nice.
As I kind of, the necrotic cold from my blade, like, sucks the life force into myself.
Hell yeah. All right. Anything else from you?
No, enter.
Yorna's up.
Woo!
I get ready to swing,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to ask him,
Yeah.
who else is after Lily right now?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Myself? The other hunters?
How many of you?
Enough.
Enough? Alright. Do I get advantage?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's even more. It's 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
Yep. And I'm gonna make it a goading attack.
Mm-hmm.
So he needs to make a Wisdom 15 saving throw.
Okie dokie. Just 14 plus 1.
Ah, no, that's okay. I get extra damage.
Mhm.
14 magical slashing damage.
Nice.
And then I'm going to hit him again. E. Does a 16 hit?
16 is his AC. That will hit.
Nice. And I hit him again. That's cacked. 12 slashing damage.
Okay. You see at this point, like, there is blood trickling out of the mouth. He's just...
This how you wanted to go out?
Nah, not really.
Alright, I'll leave it there.
Yeah, is this money really worth you dying for?
Is life-changing gold, my friend.
Or do you want to go back and send a message?
I was planning on it. Is there anything else that you're doing?
Tell them to stop looking for Lily.
As you pull your blade back, you watch him scurry down, pick up his dagger that no one's moved out of range, sheaths it, and in a burst of light, you watch as a sphere of darkness erupts around him as he casts darkness.
Making a run for it.
It's fine.
So for the time being, everyone is in darkness there. You hear the scurrying of footsteps as he begins to move away. We do come now to Lily, if there's anything you would like
Could I
to
make
do.
a reaction hit using Hunter's Mark as my location? Yeah, disadvantage. But
Hunter's Mark only gives you like a sense, though, that
yeah,
they're
so
there,
it'd still be
right?
a
Give me-
rough swing, but at least an attempt maybe.
Give me a survival check to see if you can sense his departure.
Would the Lantern of Revealing be able to look through this or no?
Does it say anything about magical darkness?
It doesn't.
Okay, then it would not be able to see through.
22.
22. Yeah, you are locked in on him as he goes to move. Yeah, you can make an attack of opportunity with disadvantage on that.
Would it be a straight roll because I was flanking him, or nah, that's not anymore?
You would no longer be flanking when he leaves combat range.
Alright. So it'd be tough to beat though. With that though, it might. 16.
16 will hit.
Okay, I'm gonna bow. Yes. Hunter's Mark works because it's not my turn. And ooh, really low damage. That will be 14.
All right. You slash across, and you hear his rapid footfall away from the group turn to a bit of a limp as he continues out through that darkness. As he shifts out. Now Lily's up, if there's anything you want to try and do.
Can I try and listen out which direction he's limping?
Yeah, you can give me a perception check.
I believe that's a 17. Yeah, 17.
17. You get the sense that he's somewhere vaguely kind of in this vicinity. Still encapsulated within that sphere of unpierceable darkness.
That was my action, right? To try and hear him out.
No, I'll just call that a free action as part of
Okay.
trying to do whatever you're doing.
I want to speak with plants and create difficult terrain in that area.
Okay. Roll the D100 for me.
Yeah. Yeah. What do we got? 49.
49.
I die.
As you cast Speak with Plants, you feel your will travel through the earth. That area becomes difficult terrain, and you feel your body become almost fluid for a moment as you also, as a part of this, cast Misty Step on yourself and can move 30 feet to wherever you would like to be.
Fancy.
Into the difficult terrain.
Yep.
Alright.
All right, so you forward into that darkness. You can hear him trying to scurry out in front of you. Anything else from you?
Bonus action. No.
My plan of throwing a bomb in his rough direction out the window.
You don't know she's there. You can't see a
Yeah,
thing.
sure. Fire out. Laid out.
She's just going to unsettling words.
Yeah, okay.
I was checking whether athlete gave me anything for rough terrain, but it doesn't.
Does that need to be a creature you can see?
Oh,
Dick.
oh yeah.
Damn.
How big is darkness, by the way?
Could be.
Big, if I remember correctly.
It is big.
30 feet.
His is slightly bigger than
Radius?
usual. Yeah, so his is twice the usual radius, so it goes out to like is large.
Dana had that.
I'll just bardic
She said
inspiration
a couple
myself.
times.
Yeah, totally.
Not
Well, because it kind of be hard to use because like it would obstruct.
Yeah.
Like you guys.
For that one.
Is that Lily?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. These sprites are going to shuffle around a bit, just hold their actions in case they see him. Up to Strider.
Since I managed to hit him,
Yeah.
I'm going to use my necklace and my hunter's mark to try kind of ping rough location of where he was going when I hit him.
Yeah.
I don't know this difficult terrain there, so I'm going to just
half movement.
I'm just gonna move and see if I can get close to where I think he is,
Yeah.
and I'm just going to just a continuous run forward thrust.
Totally. Give me a survival check here, just to see if you can get him. Don't roll a 1.
I didn't roll a 1.
Good. Lily's in the way.
Really good, to be honest. That is 27.
27. Okay, yeah, you get that vague general direction as you run forward, get kind of halted by that difficult terrain as you approach, and you can, make an attack with disadvantage.
Bring it full. But it should do okay. 17.
17 to hit. That'll hit.
Again. Boom, 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 boom.
Bum, 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 bum.
20 damage.
Very nice. Okay. You run forward and feel your blade pierce through. You hear another cough and splutter.
Can I keep the blade in and line up my crossbow on my hand and shoot?
Still be disadvantaged, but yeah, totally. Yeah.
Narratively, just
Not having to worry about trying to figure out where he is again.
another 17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
18.
That'll hit.
Oh. And then 11.
11. As the darkness around you fades, how do you finish him off?
Just with the sword driven in his back,
Yeah.
I'll put up the crossbow so it's just I can feel it like against something, and I'm just good night, and I'm
As you push that sword through, just him. Well, now the others will be rooted on vengeance. They won't worry about keeping her alive. As that bolt pierces through, the darkness around you fades as he can no longer maintain concentration, and the limp body of this rat folk assassin falls to the ground.
as the darkness fades and everyone can like see Strider, they just see him pulling out his blade and just.
Blood flung across the battlefield.
If they have their mission for vengeance, then they're already lost.
Well, sounds like there'll be more.
Yeah, I want my blade.
I want to check his pockets.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Grab his weapon.
Yeah, I'll help actually look for stuff as well, knowing a bit about the situation that she's in.
Yeah.
I want to look for
13.
any like emblems or like symbols of this. What was it? Marrow hunters, and I want to know if the Iron Legion has anything on them.
26.
26. All right. You start rummaging through his belongings. You find his weapon,
Right.
a dagger of venom,
Oh, cool.
which I have the card for somewhere, but I'll have to find. Familiar from last campaign.
Yeah, I thought it was that one. Sounded.
He also has his barbed hand axe, which I will have to write up a card for.
I want that. Yeah.
And he has a poisonous dart in his belongings as well. One of the
Just
things that he
Oh,
threw at you. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Other than that, he has a pouch of 275 gold. He has a single regular healing potion that he did not get to use.
We need that, so that's useful.
And he had on him a burglar's pack as well,
Burglar's plan.
Well,
which has a few things in it. It's got some oil if your lantern needed it, 5 days worth of rations, an extra water skin which is full,
I'm gonna take
an extra 50 feet of rope. Yeah.
Yeah, take all that.
because Mr. Hungry Pants over here ate all of mine.
Is he wearing red?
He is wearing green.
No symbols on him or anything. Any knowledge I have of this group.
You look over him. You find a small, not like a necklace or a brooch, but like an embroidered patch on his undergarment, which is this almost like partial hex shape with a couple of daggers going through it and a coin in the middle.
Daggers for hire, literally.
This is something that hasn't really crossed your table because they're not active in Argentum, but you've heard the name before from somewhere. With your investigation check, looking through here, that name rings a bell. The Maru Hunters. Something that someone had mentioned when they were talking at the festival.
Oh.
Getting Maru involved.
Oh, shit.
Oh!
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh,
and I called them out on it too.
Yep.
That's so funny.
Lily. It happens to be that the two people from Sassanor that I talked to during the festival mentioned something about hiring or getting the help from this group. I remember the name.
Of course they did.
You okay?
Well, I know who's looking for me now.
Seems that there's more people on the hunt as well, and the fact that they can even get someone to the Feywild to track you down seems a bit excessive, even for, a mad genius if it was.
Well, if it's of any consolation, we would never, ever give you up. We've got you.
Thanks. Hopefully, it's not too much for you two.
He was definitely knew what he was doing, but as long as they keep coming in outnumbered, then there's nothing they can do. We just need to be careful if they come in
And
numbers.
at this point, you two are my friends, and I won't let anything happen to you. If
I
you
feel
don't,
the same.
if you don't want to go, then you don't want to go, and I'll help.
I feel the same way about you guys. But we should be fine. I doubt these things would work together. If it's about the money, I doubt if they are all rat folks, I'm unsure. But I doubt they would want to share the money.
Well, considering that they won't be hearing back from Tosk here, they might hopefully see it as a warning.
Yeah.
It's either gonna serve as a warning or, as he said, fuel for the fire, vengeance and all. But we'll be ready. We know that they're after us, or rather you, and we'll just have to stay vigilant.
I guess royalty isn't as easy as people make it out to be.
It's never easy.
Well, it's just another thing for us to think about when we leave the Feywild. Be careful of this and the other group that's tracking us too.
Oh, the
So it seems like we're prime targets for being followed.
Well, I mean, I can see what I can dig up when we get back.
To be honest, he mentioned that he's been tracking you for, what, weeks now?
I wonder if it's the guy that broke into your place.
Whatever broke into my place is wearing a different colored gear.
Oh, that's why you checked.
Yeah, but I will say that I did notice a few times in the city I was being watched, and even with what I thought was a keen eye, I couldn't catch them. And if he's been following Lily for a few weeks, he could have been following us as well to get close. And he
Figure
might
us
have used
out.
he might have used the same portal we did. Because I don't know how you, in this world, in the
True.
Feywild,
How would you even
go to track
end up
someone.
in the same area as us?
Like, he would have to use the same thing, so he might have been following us for a lot longer than we thought.
I gotta confess something. Before we came into the Feywilds, I took off a necklace that was kind of a protective artifact.
What does it protect you against? Like attacks or
Location.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to ask, why would you take it off now?
Because I thought that whoever was looking for me
Wouldn't come
Was-
here.
gone. They were dead.
Well, I would also assume myself that if there was ways of tracking things that wouldn't be planar, like my
But
ability to
she
track.
said she took it off before we went in, so it's possible that they got a ping and they knew the rough location of where.
Well, yeah, would have been pinging us at the Druid village
Yes.
and then us disappearing. So unless they could guess we went to the Fey realm,
Maybe.
or they are very powerful and can track us even while we're here.
I mean, they are very powerful spellcasters.
They probably have a lot more of a direct way to get to the Fey realm. Who knows?
Do you have a reason not to wear it, or would you rather not wear it? That
I
might
just-
be good too.
I just thought it was only one person looking for me, but it turns out my stepmother, who is the lady that came from Chassanor to the festival.
She was there.
She was one of the two? Or the more?
Lady Elry.
Oh. Okay, so it's kind of a big higher up deal than you getting hunted.
I don't know why she would look for me. She didn't even care that I was gone or not.
Well, either she wants something from you or something you have, or maybe she did care, but that's not going to be an easy thing to find out.
Like she'd ever care about me.
I can't speak for her character, and being that she's not blood related to you, it's hard to say, but blood seems to always take care of blood and love them no matter what, but I don't really know how it is to have, step parents.
The only blood relative I have is my father, and he is missing, so I don't know if he's dead or alive or anywhere.
Maybe she's hoping if she can get you back, your father might come back.
Have you looked for him, or?
I don't want to look for him.
Well, it sounds like you need time to process and think about what's just happened, and we'll let you do that.
Don't talk about it, just let us know. But just know that no matter how bad or how good, blood is blood, and it's hard to get rid of, and sometimes it's not good to.
Sure.
I just kind of clean my blade and walk away for a bit.
I start, putting a pile of leaves on the corpse.
Is this aggro attunement?
Should probably not leave that lying out in the open.
I don't believe so.
The trees will eat it.
Yeah, the trees will eat it.
Oh yeah, sprites. You happy with how we fought?
Not bad. Pretty good.
Appreciate the backup.
Tis not attunement.
Hell yeah.
Damn!
I feel like I'm attuned to one thing.
I
Maybe.
attuned to right now.
This is a +1 magical weapon.
Oh, yeah!
D4 damage. Tell me.
I thought it was a short sword.
It is a dagger venom.
Ah.
It just looked like a short sword in his hand.
What's it do?
Ah.
Give me...
You can use an action to cause this thick black poison to coat the blade. Poison remains for a minute or until an attack using this weapon hits a creature. Creature must succeed a DC 15 con save or take 2d10 poison damage and become poisoned for a minute.
I
You can do
remember.
it once per day.
I remember this.
And it's a bonus action to set it.
You can use an action to coat the
Okay.
blade.
That's why I didn't use it a lot. It was very
You can code it before a fight.
action intensive.
Coat it before a fight. Use it as a thrown weapon.
Yeah.
Be good to get in like a
I just had
First
so many
attack.
other things. Like my shadow blade was sick.
2d10 poison damage. Quite well though.
I'll have to find a card for that. I've got it somewhere.
I pick up his sheath, or I put it in the dagger sheath that I lost my dagger to.
Yeah. Fits in.
Replace it.
Okay.
In the world of D&D, every weapon fits in the
Every
sheath you
sheath.
already have.
Yeah.
Okay. Put that in.
So convenient.
Here's the axe. That cut you open a good one.
Which, by the way, like, would it still, like, would I be bleeding out? Well,
Tick damage.
yeah, like, tick,
Oh, you got hit by that, didn't you?
yeah, am I still taking tick damage, or can I, like, stop it?
You.
Yeah, how many rounds worth of damage you're about to take?
Um,
I've been here for a while.
you didn't
Two,
end
three,
up
four.
getting round to your turn after he did that, did you?
No.
No. Okay then. So for every minute after this fight, you'll be taking a little bit of damage. So we'll start now.
I've been talking for
How
a
do I
bit.
stop it?
This is 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay, but how do I stop it?
You tell me.
I'm gonna, like,
Sprites, bring me a largest branch.
There you
A
go.
large branch.
2 of them, like one end each. Just
Okay,
oh, are you
grab my
gonna
cape.
home
I'll-
remedy?
Yeah, I'll grab my cape, tie it around, and I'll put the branch in and tighten it to keep the pressure and stop the bleeding.
You tighten it round, and it still hurts.
It really hurts.
This is cut deep and jagged. This is not clean. And even with pressure on it, you can still feel it bleeding internally.
I think this is more magical than it is cuts.
All right.
You know, I
Healing
was
word.
so distracted by what was going on that I completely forgot that I was bleeding out.
I'll do healing word at level 2.
So you cast that. You can roll the healing on it. As the magic begins to overtake it, the inside of that wound, which you can feel is just pieces hanging on barely inside near your stomach, begin to kind of magically fuse back together just enough that you still have a gaping open wound, but it is not bleeding profusely and will not continue to cause damage.
10.
Well, that's a new scar.
Great.
You can keep that, by the way.
The scar.
No, the cape.
Oh, the cape.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You can keep the scar.
That too.
Yeah.
You gain 10 HP.
Woo! Thank you, Lily.
And that was everything on his body that we could find?
Yeah.
What does this barbed hand axe do?
This barbed hand axe. I will have to write up a block for, but essentially it is a con save when you successfully hit a target with it, and if they fail, they will bleed at the start of every turn, taking some extra damage.
And it's just like every axe, 1d6.
Yeah, 1d6.
Sick.
Non-magical.
Can
but
add
highly
it to my throwing repertoire.
Yeah.
I'm just collecting axes.
All the powered up axes.
You know, last campaign, collecting daggers. This campaign, I'm collecting axes.
Every time.
And you get some javelins.
Nah,
Javelins
axes.
go hard.
Yorna's an axe girl.
Okay.
Lily, are you okay to keep moving, or do you need a bit?
We can keep going. I'll be fine.
Onwards.
Onwards.
I take a quick scan, just out of like paranoia that he came with maybe a buddy. And just
Give
double check there's
me-
nothing.
Give me a perception check.
Also like
lurking.
to now that I
Oh.
realize that the name is from a group of like rogues, could I see if I've heard of them before and what type of dealings they have?
Yeah, give me a history check.
Being that I've been in the underworld before.
That's a 10 on the perception.
No one in sight that you can see.
Sick.
17.
17. Racking your brain, now that you know this isn't a name, this is a guild, this is a faction, this is something else. With a little bit of information that Yorna can provide. You remember some vague mention in passing when you were getting to know your criminal contacts. They are hired hands, mercenaries, not a large group, but highly effective, with very expensive clientele. A very broad range of skill sets from all over. Most commonly, they kind of tend to stick around the money-making cities, Nexa, places like that. But they'll take any job from anyone paying enough.
So they're really the best of the crop, only take the highest paying. Well, at least they only know you as Songbird.
Well, Lily now as
Well,
well.
he's
Sorry
dead.
Oh,
about
well,
that.
he was the only
He's dead.
one.
Oh, yeah.
Apologies, I was very focused on my gaping wound.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, somehow they figured your song name out.
Well, if he was at the festival, he probably heard it on stage.
Sorry for forcing you to go on a large stage in front of a bunch of people that potentially want to track you and find you.
It's okay.
You're famous.
In the worst way.
And a good way. A lot of people in Argentum know who you are. Like your songs. You got an applause. You even got given that book to help you from... Yes. He doesn't hand out anything that he gets given from, his master to just anyone. So take that as, bit of honor.
Shall we go?
Yes.
Walk and talk. And I'll start leading the way with the pixies. Or sprites, rather.
As you continue on for the rest of this day's journey, can I get a group perception check?
Perception?
How is Mr. Rat doing, by the way?
You're going to hear him snoring away.
Oh, perfect. Slept through the whole thing.
It's
16.
24.
25.
All right. Despite the kind of tense atmosphere after that fight, as you're walking through this forest, on the breeze, you begin to hear the faintest of music, just drifting through the forest. As you continue walking, it's followed by laughter, excitement, voices, somewhere off the path to your right.
Sprites?
Yeah.
Seems to be music playing out of thin air now, or...
They kind of look around for a bit. We're probably coming up on the Harvest Hearth clearing.
Harvest Hearth?
I assume that means we're getting closer to our destination that we need to head to.
We're getting close to the mountains, at least.
Okay. Is the harvest area some place that we should go to rest, or?
Have not been myself. I hear that the autumn elves tend to hold their festivities and feasts there.
I'm actually interested in meeting some elves that are actually from the Fey realm, personally.
How are they aligned, the elves?
They're a little chaotic, but they're all right.
As in the whole dawn, dusk.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Okay, then maybe we just don't bring it up.
Alright, well, that sounds like a good place to rest and get some food, maybe. Maybe should we head towards there to rest?
How long have we been traveling?
I mean, at this point, you'll be a few hours away from needing rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea. We shall do that. Also, the sprites with us are Emerald and Ocean.
And Northern Ocean.
All right.
Because every time you're like, hey, sprites.
This is a kiss of both of them.
Yeah.
Sprite original and Sprite Zero.
Red-haired one.
Yeah. Raspberry Sprite. Okay. You begin walking in the direction of that music. You begin moving in that direction. Doesn't take long for the sound of festivity and voice and music to give way to a little bit of smoke kind of billowing up through the trees, the smell of burning coals and roasting food kind of wafting on the wind in your direction. And you kind of begin to see this clearing before you as you're walking through these gorgeous oranges and yellows of this forest. You see not a huge clearing, but big enough for what is quite likely the largest table you have seen in your life. This gargantuan, probably 100 and maybe 200 foot round table. In the center, it's kind of hollowed out. You can see a great big, like, stone oven built from the earth beneath it. All around this table, there are tents with campfires and spits and people that are roasting vegetables, people that are roasting meats. And you can see here a collection of, they're kind of elves. They almost have an appearance more like Lu, where they're like sharper features, more chiseled jawlines, the ears pushed back to impossible points. Their skin is a vibrant hue of like a pinky orange. All of their hair has this almost flame-like quality to it that goes to like a yellow or an orange at the end. All of their garments are made of simple leathers with leaves woven into the designs that look like they don't rot or age. They, in a way, almost look like walking depictions of the very vibrantly colored trees around you. The autumn elves or the autumn eladrin.
Do I know of courtesies that they would use?
Give me a history check.
Courtesies.
Are they technically a fey creature?
They are technically a fey creature.
I rolled really high anyway. And that's what, history?
Yeah.
23.
Zesty.
Nice.
Still 60.
23. You're getting your histories kind of mixed up in your head.
Oh, shit.
There's a few different subsects of these, one for each season. And the autumn and the summer look so similar that they were hard to distinctly separate on page. One of them are very good-hearted, goodwill. They are very inviting and, healing. The other are kind of fear-mongering combatants. So it's one of the two.
Do they have any ways of like politely saying hello? Both of the ways, maybe.
You get the sense that the aggressive one's probably not.
A little bow or a
Curtsy.
yeah. What are they?
You get the sense that anything that would work with any kind of good-hearted, fun-loving creature would probably do the job.
Honestly, just a hello would do it, I think.
I will walk with the group a little closer, within speaking distance.
Yeah, totally.
And I will speak true tongue.
I speak Elvish.
Hopefully, do I know if they speak Feywild?
What'd you roll? Like a 20-something?
Yeah.
Either or.
Okay, I'll speak in true tongue.
Yeah.
Or actually, maybe Fey more to suit their likes, just where they live. And I will.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah.
I will do a little bow and be like, hello everyone. We're friendly, just stopping by.
You see, like, at first when you entered here, it looked like there was maybe, like, 40 or so of these individuals. As you say that, what at first you thought were, like, a few trees standing on the outskirts were just more of them having conversations, and, like, maybe 50 of these individuals turn their heads in your direction, like, all at once. You get this sense of, like, confusion and, like, cold analysis before you see one of them, this kind of, they look young, but they have signs of age. Kind of looks in your direction, extends a head forward, goes, "Friends, welcome." And she like comes over with a group of 3 or 4 behind her. Welcome to the Harvest Hearth. Are you here for dinner?
If you welcome us, then we'll gladly take your invitation.
Of course. Do you have names?
Yes. My name is Yorna.
Strider.
And Lily.
Elnara, it's a pleasure to have you.
I've heard of your people in writings and books and such. Though I get some of the different ones mixed up, the different seasons. Which ones are you?
We are the Autumn Eladrin.
Big sigh.
Well, please join us at the table. Dinner is about to be served.
Thank you. We could use a rest after what we just went through.
She, like, guides you all over, like, very much like coming around to a relative's house who's very keen to get the family fed, kind of sits you around the table. That giant stone oven in the middle starts billowing smoke up. You can see that these dozens of tents around people are finishing up roasting. You can see that there is what at first just looks like a boar roasting over an open flame, but you can see is about maybe twice as big as a boar should be and has 6 legs. You can see almost runic engravings down the skin as this thing is just slowly rotating over an open fire. You can see dozens of fey vegetables. You can see all sorts of delicious looking foods being prepared here. That giant stone oven in the middle, you can smell various breads and baked goods and what looks like a lot of kind of material plane inspired dishes that are like almost pizza or like almost things that feel familiar to home. And these 50 or so individuals are rushing around preparing food. Within about 5 minutes after you're seated, all of these individuals are around this table. You can see plates upon plates of food that looks like it should be able to feed 300. And as they all sit down, they all kind of sit, and this busyness, this bustle of this sight falls to a dead silence as the trees waft. They all sit for a moment and join hands with whoever's next to them. Next to each of you, there are a couple of these Eladrin, who's sitting on the outside here.
I'll sit on the outside purely because I want to sit next to one.
Yeah.
Also next to Lily.
Okay. They link up hands with you.
Yeah.
And they kind of sway a little bit, and this very enchanting kind of fey melody begins to fill the air as they all begin singing. Some of them providing lyrics, others providing backing sounds that just kind of elevate this and echo it through the woods. It's a very enrapturing moment that, if it weren't so jovial, would almost remind you of the dryads singing back home, that like ancient sylvan kind of tongue, but this is much more a thanks for the food, a thanks for the home, a thanks for the safety, and a thanks for the people around the table. This enchanting melody. And then as soon as that ends, they all begin gorging themselves on the food in front of them. The big table that you're sitting at is almost like a ring around that central fire, and the top of it just starts kind of shifting around as it goes. People are just grabbing things off of the big plates. There's not individual plating here. People are just grabbing stuff as it's going around.
Yeah.
Over the
Elven
next
version of Yamcha.
over the next few hours, anything and everything that you could possibly imagine is on this table as it rotates.
Tiramisu.
Go for dessert first.
Yeah.
And after the tense day, the tense afternoon that you had, this is a bit jarring, a sense of safety and community, but possibly good, a moment of healing. As this meal is had over the course of an hour, 2 hours, is there anything that you're doing while you're at the table?
Lily,
Yes.
I've figured to ask actually. Once this whole hag business is over and done with, could I get you to write some songs for me?
You gonna sing them?
No, I was hoping to get you to create some songs with my help and inspiration then for you to sing around the city.
Oh. Yeah. I can do that.
I think there's just maybe some subjects that would be nice to sing about. Maybe our adventures and such. Get our good deeds known to people.
Yeah. That sounds good.
You know, we still haven't come up with a name.
No, we haven't. Which I guess if we need one, it would be needed for the song. I haven't really been thinking about it. I've been a bit busy.
I'm gonna turn to one of the elves next to me. When you look at our group, what comes to mind?
You're very normal.
I'll take it as a compliment.
That's a
In
first.
comparison to you?
In comparison to everything around us.
I think that's the first time anyone's looked
At you and
yeah,
said normal.
Yeah, I don't really know how I feel about it. Well, we'll workshop the normal team name.
We're called the normals.
The normals, no, please don't. It's just something we can figure out by the time Hag's over. Once we've done our big thing, you know?
Because I'm thinking maybe drawing inspiration from just the Fey realm in general might be quite nice.
You guys enjoying the food though?
How does it taste compared to like...
The best way I can describe it tastes enchanted. Like, this is fine dining a level above what you would find in the city.
Amazing.
I will look towards one of the elves across the table and next to us. Like, excuse me.
Across the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I'll
gonna
follow
say,
on
maybe,
it.
A couple
like, yeah,
people
like
down.
diagonal.
Excuse me.
Hey,
Just travelers coming past the fair round for a bit. We're actually heading to a destination, and we know to follow a certain path to get there. I was wondering if you knew any quick ways of getting past the mountain.
you're going over the mountains.
Yeah, we have a quest, sadly, that can't really be ignored.
Well, the rocky plains start most of a day's journey that direction away from the river. Otherwise, you can follow the river across, and it'll take a little bit longer to get to the foothills, but there's all sorts of mountain passes and covens. Would be hard for me to give you a definitive answer. Some of them are safer than others, but it will be a treacherous journey regardless.
Is there any type of maybe creatures or things that live there that could help?
Oh, that could help, I'm unsure, but there are dozens of denizens of the mountains.
Well, I think following the river's been the most helpful so far.
Of course.
Yeah, the river's kind of been like our landmark.
Yeah, it's been helping quite a lot. Then I guess that's the plan.
Where do you all come from?
Mortal plane? I guess you would call it.
Oh, you're wanderers.
Yes.
We don't get many wanderers through here. It explains the look.
Normal, apparently.
Very.
Yeah, we came through one of the gates and exploring to hopefully find someone to aid us.
We've been traveling since the Gloaming Paths.
You have come quite a way to the mountains.
Yes. Sadly, the gate we went through didn't put us as close as one would hope.
Unfortunate.
Do you actually know of a gateway nearby that would take us back to the mortal plane? By chance, because we
It's actually good. We should start planning our trip back.
don't really have that figured out yet.
Do you want to give me just a general kind of investigation check, asking around this table of people to see if anyone has a gateway?
That will be 24.
24. Okay. You hear one of these individuals pipe up. Goes, I have heard that there is a creature in the Barrow Bog that resides over a gateway. That is several days west from here, across the river, but it's an option.
We've heard about that location. Heard it's dangerous.
It can be. The one who guards the gateway in that direction is not the most friendly.
Does and this is gonna be a random question, probably a no. Do you guys have a boat we could borrow?
A boat? What for?
Well, we could just go across the river and follow and skip the whole mountain if we had a boat.
We are sturdy, land-faring people. We do not stretch far from this forest. We don't have such a thing, but there are others out there, potentially.
Okay.
You hear another individual pipe up. I also heard that there's a gateway up in the verdant pools to the north. Looked over by the summer Eladrin, but if you can get through their grouchy nature, you might be able to make use of it.
Maybe because it's a reverse of the mortal plane, we can decide which one might pop us out in a better location based on where it is.
You said north. North of Steaming Peaks or further north?
Past the splitting point of the peaks, but
Oh, okay.
We've heard interesting rumors about someone called Granny.
the 10 or 20 people around you kind of hush down to a bit of a whisper.
Gotta be careful with that one.
Speak her name here.
Okay. I've heard interesting rumors about somebody that lives past the mountains.
Right.
We sadly have to visit them. Do you know what they might be interested in or what they're like to give us a heads up?
You hear one of them go, "You're doomed," and another kind of puts an arm out. Yes. She is a collector. Not of material goods, of more valuable things.
Memories, things like that.
Memories, the essence of being, connections, past, present, future. Aspects of yourself, of things that maybe you don't have a right to give, but have connection and sway over. Anything connected to you.
She could take away a feeling you don't have yet, but could have.
Very much so.
Interesting.
Can she take powers? Let's say you're a druid and she takes your druid powers, your druidic essence. Can she do something like that?
If it was deemed the essence of one's self, there is a chance.
What if they were really young, so it really couldn't be themselves, their essence?
Someone else could have promised.
Damn, she stole your shit.
Okay, good to know.
There are many stories of creatures here that would make a deal. Their people, their settlement, their survival, their source of water. Things that are so deeply rooted to one. A lot can be taken.
You guys say you're land folks. Does that mean you potentially could have maybe some animals we could ride, possibly, to speed up our
Indeed.
journey? We've been looking for something, but we've just come across aggressive beetles that could turn invisible.
They kind of look over at that six-legged boar. Goes, well,
Oh, it's dinner.
I see.
they're around.
Okay, how easy are they to find?
Easy enough to find, harder to get a handle on without sufficient tools.
Are they?
Usually a bow and some arrows.
Oh, I was going to say, are they tameable? But by the sounds,
They are tameable. It's just much easier to kill them.
Do you know what they eat?
Usually the things that grow under the earth.
Oh, root veggies.
Are there any on the table right now?
Dozens. You can see what look like these,
Yeah.
like, I mean, they're steamed and cooked and roasted,
no,
but you
okay.
can take them with you.
Yeah.
I'll take some.
You can see a few what look like vibrant green with yellow stripes, like almost turnips that seem to grow into like 3 points at the end. You can see like vibrant purple and orange, what almost taste like potatoes but are slightly different. There's like these things that look vaguely reminiscent of root vegetables that you would know but almost taste like other things. Carrots that like have this almost corn-like taste, or things that almost look like a perfect sphere with kernels like a corn would have, things like that.
I'm just imagining a spherical corn now.
Yorna,
That's a
Yes.
I have a question about your mom.
My mum, yes.
So it seems that she's been to the Feywild before, and it seems that potentially she was one of the people to help the hag get here, maybe. Do you know when that happened? Oh, that happened ages ago. Well, when your mother went to the Feywild?
Do you have any recollection of like the last time she went?
Until recently, you didn't know she'd been.
Honestly, until we had our chat with her, I didn't even realize she'd gone. I always thought she's stayed on the material plane all her life, to my knowledge. But I guess I should have seen the signs after seeing those paintings.
Yeah, it was the first thing I thought when I saw them. But
I just always thought she had a vivid imagination. She kind of always was like that.
well, you have no reason to think of Fae when you see paintings, unless you know
Exactly.
you might be going.
That's just being judgy.
But it's interesting, I guess, that she didn't mention it. But maybe they did something they're not proud of, like why they went here. Maybe, who knows?
I just would imagine there's a record of that. And I think when I talked to my father about it, it didn't seem like there was anything he knew about it. Even my mother seemed... Maybe they weren't even involved.
It seemed that when she spoke up about the Feywild when we were at the meeting, it almost felt like your father gave her a glance to allow her to speak about something. So who knows? I'm unsure how groves work when it comes to matters of the wild and how much people can know or not know.
I also think I can't put all of my eggs into one basket. It could very well be that this power that maybe I did once possess is with this lady. Someone else might have taken it. I can't pin it on one person. I just don't know.
That's not what I was aiming at. I was curious about her reasoning for coming here. Well, after this feast, is there a place we can maybe rest for the night?
Of course, we will have our tents reorganized into sleeping quarters as we do every night.
I'm gonna offer the elf next to me some cheese.
Yeah.
I want to see what they think of the cheese.
The
A nice ripe brie.
Yeah. You looking around this table, there isn't a lot of like aged food. This looks like it was probably harvested or killed this morning. You offer this across the table. They kind of... What plant does this come from?
Not a plant.
It is pungent. It is soft. Take the rest.
This is great. That's all I wanted.
So no plant.
No,
An animal?
yes, but rather. How would you even explain that?
Like
milk.
the juice of an animal?
You know, milk from an animal.
I think so.
So we ferment it, we age it, and it. But It's safe to eat. It's great. It's delicious.
Keep the stuff in the bottom of the barrels and it turns to this.
Yeah.
Well, with some tweaks to it, yes.
Most curious.
You have butter here?
Excuse me?
Milk, and you like keep like mixing it and stuff, and it becomes this nice like soft thing.
That's not all there is to
No, there's
it.
a bit more
but
steps to it, but like
maybe explore the milk of animals might add to your
We use it in dishes,
table.
we don't have a cookbook. Sorry.
but you are curious folks.
Consider it a gift.
They like finish off the bit that you'd given them. And go back to like drinking this. Like it's not alcoholic because they don't know how to ferment. They don't know how to process things. It's just like what is clearly freshly
interesting.
squeezed juice of
I
some
wonder
description.
why that is that the Fey creatures don't have. Maybe it's a time thing.
What was the name of the one that introduced us? And
It was Alnara.
I'm gonna go with Alnara wherever she's sitting.
And walk like 12 or 13 people around the table. Hello.
Hi. I brought, since you're sharing your wonderful food, and I thought maybe if you have anything that might help us in our travels, I could exchange it for some of this nice juice.
Careful. You saw what it did to the rat.
Where do you carry this from?
Mortal plane. A lot of us and royals and things drink more expensive ones, but it is fruits that are fermented and we've left rested with some other things. But it's a really nice tasting drink that makes you feel really good.
You keep this fruit, and she like looks over the bottle. You don't eat it on the harvest.
No,
Most curious.
you can give it a go. I would have a little bit since you haven't had alcohol before, probably.
Pours it into like a small, like hand-carved wooden cup. It is sharp.
Yes, the fermentation does that, but it also turns it into alcohol, sugars and stuff, yeast.
Just throwing words at her now.
No, this isn't bad.
You can have the rest of the bottle. Just be mindful that it
gracious.
will make you feel really good, but if you have too much, you'll crash.
Oh, I see. We have a few vegetables that do a similar thing. As the rest of these dinner festivities seem to wrap up, the 50 people around this table happily polish up the 300 people's worth of food.
Wow.
Bones picked clean, vegetable plates empty, drinks are all gone from pitchers. You're all stuffed and full and well. All of these people kind of immediately after such a large meal spring back into action. Everyone gets up from the table in a matter of about
Holy
3 minutes
moly.
from the first person leaving. These tents are like tornadoes, like rushed around. Ovens are pulled behind tents. You can see each of these small cooking areas is very rapidly turned into a sleeping area for 6 or 7 people. Like big, luscious bedding filled with like leaves and furs of animals. The bones are and remains of the meal are left into the forest for things to pick away at. And in a matter of not very long after a huge meal, these people turn this into a fully fledged campsite. And within a few moments, the last few flickers of that fire in the center of the table kind of provide light throughout this space as, for the second time, this is one of those spaces here that seems to actually have a day-night cycle. And darkness kind of washes over. This entire space having that very warm feeling of an autumn evening, very almost bright sunset of orange in this space here. It feels safe and tranquil. And as you all drift off for a night's rest, I reckon we'll leave the session there and pick up with your journey towards the mountains next time.